Well, the Super Bowl is set. The Patriots will represent the AFC. They held off the Broncos in Denver 10-7 yesterday. They'll face off against the Seahawks from the NFC. Seattle knocked off the Rams 31-27. By the way, the Seahawks opened up as a 5-point favorite. San Antonio Spurs dropped one at home against the New Orleans Pelicans 105-95 last night. Wemby led the way with 16. Spurs return to action in Houston tomorrow night.
SportsCenter brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, on a Monday, and I hope everybody recovered and survived the ice storm, the horrible weather we had in San Antonio, which shut everything down for the entire weekend, and then some. Happy Monday, everybody. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix is sitting right there.
Right here, 39 degrees according to my phone right now.
That's like a heat wave. Are you kidding me?
San Antonio shut down.
Shut down.
Now, I Ted cruised the weekend, and I went to Vegas. So I missed it all, apparently. It didn't seem like I missed much.
You didn't miss anything, okay? It was cold. That's it. You didn't miss any. Woke up Sunday morning, a little frost on the roof.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but nothing.
Are you kidding? James Pledger's car looks like he sprayed it down with a water hose just to see what kind of icicles he could get off of that thing so he'd have an excuse not to come to work today.
Well, my brother-in-law, it took him about 30 minutes to open his car Sunday morning. But really, other than that, it wasn't bad, dude. So I get up Sunday morning. I'm thinking, yeah, I go to bed. I knew it was cold. I knew that it was going to sleet. Overnight Saturday was going to be the worst. And so I flip on the TV about 7:30 Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
KSAT's on.
Yeah.
And they got a reporter out there, and he said, yeah, you can look around. Way over there, you can see some frost. And then he bends down, and he picks up this rock.
A rock.
A rock.
A rock.
And he goes, now, if you look right here, you can see these crystals. And I'm looking, and I'm going, but, buddy, I don't see anything. I see nothing.
Dude.
So he tried his best to sell us that there was ice on that rock, and I just didn't see it.
All I know is it was cold.
It was cold.
And we dodged a bullet in San Antonio, it feels like, because the rest of the country is just getting flat hammered.
Without a doubt.
I know I was at the bar yesterday at Circa Las Vegas talking to a dude from Cincinnati, and he doesn't know if he's getting home today because apparently they're getting like 15 inches. And he shows me on his video camera all the snow, and it was like, holy cow. I mean, that looks awful. So I pulled out my video camera, and you could see a little frost in the flower beds, and I was like, Blizzard San Antonio, we're completely shut down. They've already canceled schools tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? I mean, we had the option of not coming to work today, of working from home.
We did. We did.
Our engineer, Halen, somehow got to my house yesterday with equipment. Yet I chose to come to work today, partly because when I got home from Vegas last night, my house is full of water. Which is not a fun thing to come home to.
No, it's not. That wasn't because of the freeze, though, right?
It turns out, no. It just the timing of it. But you're thinking, oh, bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah.
Now, we left early Saturday morning. We got home last night. We were gone a day. And you walk in, and it's like, oh, no. Because of...
Wow.
So
dude, that sucks.
We get everything cleaned up, and then I'm like, all right, we're cleaning all this water, but there's no, I mean, if we've got a leak, it should still be leaking, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the leak. And, of course, I'm looking all over for a broken, frozen pipe. And I don't know what the hell I'm looking for other than what looks to be a broken pipe.
Uh-huh.
Turns out the seal on the kitchen sink apparently had decided to bleep the bed.
And you left the faucet dripping because of the ice storm.
Yes. So that's and like when Halen dropped off the equipment, he left it on the front porch, and I thought, well, it's 9 degrees outside. So I texted my neighbor Hal. I'm like, Hal, there's equipment on the front porch. Now, originally I was trying to get Halen and Hal together so that Halen could just drop it off at the neighbor's house, but he didn't do that. So Hal went in my house and dropped it off, and I'm like, hey, Hal, did you notice anything when you came in the house? He's like, no. And so I'm trying to figure out the timing of it, but we have just tile floor and an area rug that acted as a sponge, which protected the walls and everything else.
That's a good thing, yeah.
You know, when plumber dude got to the house this morning, and I'm thinking it's going to be really, really bad. Turns out it was just that seal, which I never would have seen because when we got home, we turned that water off because we're home. And obviously it's not leaking when there's no water running. But, yeah, that sucks.
Well, that does suck. And sorry that you came back to that.
Yeah,
but,
it sucks.
See, in your house, it's new enough. I don't know if you have to drip the faucets. Now, I get that. And you probably – I don't know.
I don't know that I want to take the chance.
I didn't drip any faucets.
Yeah?
None.
Pledge dripped every faucet that he owns.
He did?
Even some that he doesn't own. I mean, if there was anything that he could get a drip out of, he was trying to figure out how to,
I've heard that about Pledge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why take the chance?
I hear you. I got you. I got you. I always get it kind of freaks me out. And it doesn't even really piss me off. It's just like we panic in San Antonio. This is a panic city.
Well, we do.
We do. Can you imagine if we had winter actually more than once or twice a year? There would be no businesses left in this city.
Well, no. I think if we actually had winter, we would have the city services to provide transportation. I mean, I was surprised the schools were closed, but it's not because of the ice. It's because, we can't heat the damn schools and the houses. My buddy John sent me some alert, like his zip code was in the ERCOT rolling blackout. And I'm like, I thought we had that fixed. But apparently he said they never lost power, but they were preparing for it for the just in case.
Wow. Now, see, I didn't even think about that. Didn't lose power, didn't lose anything. It was just cold, and yesterday was kind of nice just to sit in the house and watch football, although I did venture out yesterday morning looking for some food. And there was nobody open.
What do you mean?
Nobody was open.
Root Pub was open?
At 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday?
No,
they weren't.
You were looking for tacos.
I was looking for something. At that point in time, anything. Even Las Palapas was closed, for goodness sake.
Well, some of them are closed on Sunday anyway.
Well, that's true, but I'm just like, man, what the hell's going on?
Well,
everybody shut down.
Everybody shut down.
I go to the cleaners today. I had to drop some cleaning off, and I'm wondering because it looked kind of dark, and I'm going, I wonder if they're closed. So I open up the door. The girl's way in the back, and I'm like, well, I didn't know if y'all were open or not. She goes, well, everything's fine. I mean, I've been here since 6:30 this morning, but you're my first customer.
Wow.
And this was at, I don't know, about 11:45. And I'm going, and she said, yeah, the girl that's supposed to come in and relieve me is bitching about having to get on the roads and drive. I look outside, I go, it's beautiful outside. I don't know. I don't know.
Get off my lawn.
It just baffles me. Driving around Sunday morning, I had no issues. There was no ice on the roads. It was clear. It was fine.
Dude, I saw a dude today hit a little bit of ice, I think, because I was driving to work. I was on the flyover coming from 1604 to 281. It was wet. Like, all right. And, it's and this car that was driving in front of me, safe distance in front of me.
Yeah.
You just see him kind of, his back end just kind of shot out a little bit. And if there was a car next to him, he would have hit him. But then that guy regained control, so he just hit a little area there.
A little patch of ice. Well, that's on a flyover. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those things freeze.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Pretty quickly.
A.J. Hoffman from the Morning Huddle had a hard time getting out of his house today. He posted a video on his Instagram of him sliding into some bushes, which I don't want to say that I think A.J. staged that, but I think I know A.J. well enough that if he would have started sliding, there would have been F-bombs sliding out of his mouth.
I'm sure there would have been. Yeah.
Although it was dark 30, maybe he wasn't awake yet, and that was like 2 cups of coffee.
I'm actually proud of the boys for getting out here and coming to work this morning.
Yeah.
Having to get up that early, I'll give them props for doing that.
Peer pressure.
Is that what it was?
Well, for me being here today, because I got equipment sitting at the house, because I was thinking, well, I could have some ribs on right now.
Yeah.
Something. But if they made it to work, I got to make it to work.
Well, and that's what I mean. I mean, I'm looking outside going, how can we justify not going into work today?
Because we were given the option.
I get that.
We
but
were.
it's like,
what are you trying to become employee of the month or
no,
something?
but I'm just like, I don't. How do you justify that? I mean, to all our faithful listeners and viewers on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, if we're sitting in your house going, oh man, it's really cold outside. We couldn't make it to work today.
I called in cold. I'm not above that.
Jeez.
I would do that. I mean, Pledge still has to make it in.
He did.
You know,
he had to.
We could be at the kitchen table with the camera set up, just the same kind of setup that we're going to have tomorrow at McIntyre's with our friends from Flight by Yingling for
Looking
that
forward
Dallas
to
Stars
that.
watch party. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, the boys made it this morning.
Well, they
Plus,
did.
My wife is home.
And I kind of.
She got to work from home today too, and so 4 hours of her having to be quiet while at home working.
Yeah, that would have been.
That's a challenge.
Tough. I got a confession to make too, and you know I've already done this. I kind of screwed you on Friday.
You were fine.
I mean, I'm just saying because
You
I
were
didn't.
fine.
I didn't end up going to St. Louis because if I had gone to St. Louis, I wouldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is there. They got 20 inches of snow in St. Louis.
Good Lord.
And flights delayed and canceled all over the place. So.
You had the day off. You
I had
didn't
the
screw
day
me.
off.
I mean,
Well,
you were going to be
just
off.
Just saying.
I mean, you know,
I made that call Thursday night after I heard the weather guy in St. Louis. My
Yep.
wife put the phone up to the TV, so I was listening to it. And I thought,
channeling your inner Bill Taylor to figure out what the guy's deciphering. It's going to snow a lot.
I'm sure he wasn't as handsome as Bill Taylor, but you know, I'm sure he was good. He was good. He was talking about different waves coming in, and this wave and that wave, and the second wave was going to be worse. And 20 inches of snow. My wife was taking videos of this thing when it started there Saturday morning.
Yep.
And it starts snowing. And she goes, you know, I woke up to 8 inches today.
It's a first.
And I'm like, well, honey, you're used to that. I mean, come on.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's not.
She's
you
not.
know,
No.
that's somebody.
When she started laughing or stopped.
Well, it is. I saw. I mean, there's so many great memes this time of year. Somebody said that all meteorologists should be females to give you an accurate description. Although there is one meteorologist who needs to be more specific when she's asking dudes for their measurements.
We've seen so far. Now, some of this is radar estimates, and then just your reports that you've been sending in. Keep those coming. I made the mistake on Facebook. I asked for your measurements. I meant your snow measurements. Thank you for everybody sending in your measurements, but I do prefer how much snow you have on the ground. 3 to 6 inches through the metro to the south.
And she handled that well.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. I can only imagine the texts and tweets she got.
Oh.
It was just smart asses,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
doing
just
that.
most ladies that work in television, and this is unfortunate, and guys, don't be this guy. The stuff that gets sent to them in DMs
Oh my goodness,
is disgusting.
I've seen some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, from some of the female people.
Dude, all they're doing is making fun of you, dude. Trust me.
Exactly.
You become a joke.
Exactly.
There's nothing.
They don't want you, okay?
No.
They don't. I hate to break it to you, but they don't.
When this particular meteorologist, who's from Oklahoma, somebody I know would describe her as shiny.
Yes.
Is asking on Facebook for your measurements. She's asking for it. She's getting everything. I mean, Captain Obvious. If you've been in the TV business for a week, you put something like that out, you have to expect what's coming in return.
Well, she wanted snow measurements.
But she didn't
obviously.
ask for that.
She didn't ask for that. She just said your measurements, and so I get that. I am happy to report that on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Jason, that Havoc, they did not run out of toilet paper. It says they started with 5 rolls and they only have 3 left.
But
Close call.
he almost ran out. I mean, see, that's the problem is you got 5 rolls, it's cold, you make some chili, and all of a sudden you got a toilet paper shortage.
I did do that this weekend.
You
Didn't do
made
it on
some
the Traeger, but I did it on inside.
Wolf
I wasn't
brand?
going. No, I wasn't going outside to Traeger or anything.
You was.
No, you damn right I am.
You was.
It was cold. Okay, it was extremely cold.
It's a Traeger. You could have done that.
Well, dude, you got to go out there.
If you walked out to try to drive around to find a taco, you could have opened up your Traeger, put put some food in there, and then went back inside.
That's not true. If my car's in the garage, it's not that cold in there. And by the time I roll out of there, the heater's starting to come on.
Yep.
The little, butt warmer is working its way on. So I'm good.
Uh-huh.
But going out for a Traeger, no.
I mean, you've got heaters on your porch. Your pool is heated. You could have watched games yesterday sitting in your pool.
Dude, and Maggie made fun of me because I ordered this heater last weekend where it's like a deer blind heater.
Uh-huh.
And you just attach it to the propane tank.
Yeah.
It's ugly as hell.
Yeah.
And that's our problem with it. But it works beautifully.
But it's ugly.
It's ugly, but it works.
It's for a deer blind.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be pretty.
It's not. But my wife wants it pretty if it's out on the back porch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way that it goes. Havoc, I'm glad you didn't run out of toilet paper. That would have been a national emergency, for goodness sake. It was good yesterday. I know you watched a lot of the game at Circa, the early one, and I guess the late one on an airplane.
Yeah.
But that was the nice thing about yesterday, just kind of shutting the doors and camping out and having a few adult beverages and watching football. Interesting games. I want to call that first one good, Jason, but I'm not sure that it was. The second one was outstanding. Let's talk about it. We'll do that when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, the big game's almost here, if you know what I mean. And if your dog goes wild every time the doorbell rings, it's time for a new game plan. Whether you scored a brand new puppy over the holidays or your current MVP needs better discipline, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit's ready to help coach him up. Sign your dog up for professional training sessions focused on winning behavior. From boarding and daycare to expert training, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is here for you. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298 today.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's officially basketball season. We'll check in on the NBA and a huge slate in college hoops.
College hoops is huge, but the Spurs headed toward a rough week. Got the Rockets on the Hornets. We'll get ready for that. All of your Super Bowl talk, and well, there's also other stuff going on. We'll keep you informed. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We have our Super Bowl participants. The New England Patriots are back. The Seattle Seahawks are back as well. Little rematch of that screw-up by Pete Carroll many years ago. Maybe they'll get even this time around. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix, and that game was fantastic. We can start with the Seattle-L.A. game, and it was just a fantastic football game.
You knew it was going to be a heavyweight fight. All the talk leading up to it, how evenly matched these teams have been in their 2 regular season meetings this year, even their 2 meetings last year. And last night, now I'm watching this game on an iPad flying home from Vegas. The timing of the flight was perfect. I only missed a little snippet at the end of the first quarter while we were boarding, and the game ended as we were landing in San Antonio. It was that part, timing of it was perfect. Watching a game like that on an iPad is what it is. But iPad and then Twitter, all right, so many people were on Tariq Woolen, and he damn near cost him a game. I thought the muff punt and the Tariq Woolen, they kind of offset.
They kind of did.
So if you throw those out, each of them got kind of a freebie touchdown. That was just one hell of a football game all the way around.
It really was. Both quarterbacks were fantastic yesterday. Both quarterbacks played extremely well. And so, if you're a Sam Darnold guy or Sam Darnold doubter, it's time to stop doing that. I feel bad for Matthew Stafford because, well, I mean, I don't know if that was his last go-round, if he'll retire or if he'll come back. So it's going to be interesting to see, but hell of a football game. Now, the one before, Jason, just turned into a soup sandwich. I mean, honestly. It started out good, and then the blizzard came. And then the second half was really, I mean, offensively, neither team could do anything in that wind and snow and all of that stuff.
Well, again, the decision by Sean Payton not to kick the field goal and go for it on 4th and 1 will haunt him. Now, I like the aggressive play call, but if you know the forecast is going to change, you get every point you can while you can, especially when you've got a backup quarterback. That makes it 10-0 at that point.
Yeah.
I would have kicked the field goal, but if you're going for it, for an offensive genius, what a crap play call that was.
Well, it was horrible, but I think I don't know if they were thinking Bo Nix was back there. If he was back there, they probably picked that thing up. Look, with all the hype yesterday, you would have thought, I'm going to tell you, you'd have thought Jared Stidham was the second coming of frickin' Joe Montana in the lead up to that game. It was incredible. And then he goes out and proves why he's a backup and hasn't played in 2 years.
I mean,
he had one good play yesterday.
Well, the scripted plays were fantastic. Once they got off the script, they were screwed. But that pass play he had early, again, taking shots, I mean, I don't know. You kind of go back to the Friday show that you weren't a part of. That's what I was saying. I mean, Sean Payton's going to be conservative, punt, and let Drake May make the mistakes. And, Jared Stidham finally made a mistake late in the game with a poorly underthrown ball that sealed the win with that interception. But for the most part, I thought Stidham played well enough considering to win that football game. And he did. Now, both teams missed field goal attempts when the weather really got bad, which is why you go back knowing that the forecast was going to change. Now, I don't know if they thought it was going to turn into what it was.
I don't think so.
But you knew it was going to change 10-0 the way the Patriots have been offensively this postseason. And as good as your defense is, I thought Sean Payton was just greedy at that point because it's not even like they were at the goal line. I mean, you still had to get the touchdown. I would have certainly taken that option there. And, of course, Sean Payton, yeah, he regrets not taking the field goal. Hindsight being 20/20.
There's always regrets. Yeah, I mean, felt like, here we are 4th and 1. We felt close enough that and it's also a call you make based on the team you're playing and watching on the other side of the ball. So, yeah, there'll always be second thoughts.
Yeah, there will be, and he should have taken that. I disagree with you on Stidham. There were so many plays in that game where he panicked, and he just kept going backwards, and he panicked. He panicked. He was not ready for the moment. He threw the one good pass early in the game that got him the touchdown, their only touchdown, and I just don't think he was good at all. And I think if Bo Nix plays, we're probably talking about Seattle and Denver in this thing, because look, Drake May early in the game before the weather hit was not good. I mean, he was not good. Now, he made a couple of plays with his legs later in the game that kind of sealed the deal for them, but I just think Stidham was bad, and not necessarily his fault. I mean, guy hasn't played in 2 years, but still, I didn't think he was good at all.
If I wasn't clear on this, I didn't say he was good. I thought he was good enough to win that particular game, and a lot of that was what Denver was doing defensively to Drake May. Jarrett Stidham played not a great football game, but he did play. I mean, in a 10-7 game, you left 3 on the board when you went for it on 4th down, and then you missed another field goal. You know, if they're up 10-0, I wonder, does New England offensively try some things, and then you might get that sack fumble from Drake May, which you've seen enough from. I just thought making that a 2-score game at that point would have been massive for Denver. To your point.
Totally agree with you.
Bo Nix plays, and Denver probably wins that game. But, I mean, the Patriots are going back, and it's not lost on anybody, I don't think, you know, while everybody's hammering the New England offense. Think about the road they've traveled and the defenses they've played. Everybody's a top 5 defense.
Well, absolutely, and they're not getting any credit because they're still. I saw an article today. The Patriots have the easiest road to the Super Bowl ever. And so, well, how about in the playoffs? They play the Chargers, pretty good defense there. The Texans, who everybody said was the #1 defense ever. The Chicago Bears, the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody was saying that, not me. So I think they got by them. And then yesterday, you know, Denver's supposed to be this, oh, boy, you know, this great defense that they've built here. What do they have to do? Beat Seattle in the Super Bowl? Is that when people will give them credit?
I think offensively, they've played, I don't know about all the greatness and the drama there, but I think statistically everybody they've played in the postseason is a top 5 defense.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And so at some point you got to give Drake May credit for figuring out how enough in New England's defense. Now, granted, you know, offensively, the Chargers are bad. The Texans, awful.
Offensively, yes, you're right.
And Denver, Jarrett Stidham. So, I mean, the Patriots' defense, but again, they've won their way to the Super Bowl. They've earned it. Easy path? I don't know about – I mean, hell, they won 9-0 on the road. That's never happened before.
No one on this planet is going to give them a chance to beat Seattle in the Super Bowl. You wait. You mark my words, over the next 2 weeks, nobody will give them an opportunity or a chance to win this. Everybody and their mother is going to pick Seattle to win the Super Bowl.
No, and that probably includes you, right?
No, not necessarily. I haven't decided yet.
Oh,
if I've got 5 points, I'm taking the points.
5 points.
Just saying.
We'll see where that line ends up.
It's going to be interesting to see what that does over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Chargers were the 5th-ranked defense. Texans 1, Broncos 2.
All right.
So
that's pretty good.
I mean, that's and he's won. Drake May, after the game, reacting to leading his Patriots to the Super Bowl.
Full circle, you know. My dad, when I think I was maybe 7th grade, said if the Panthers made it, we were going to go. And you know, it was heartbreaking. They lost to the Broncos. And no, it was what an experience for a kid at my age who loved football. He loves quarterbacks. It was Peyton's last game, and what a Hall of Fame career he's had. So pretty cool to be full circle going back here 10 years later. And I think it's a special moment for this whole team, and we're just going to enjoy it tonight. And head back. We got 2 weeks, so we got some work to do.
Yeah, well, they do. It's going to be a scene. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the Super Bowl, and we'll get into that later. You know what I loved yesterday, though? Did anybody else catch this? Sean Payton looked like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Dude.
I'm telling you, he looked like Mrs. Doubtfire.
He looked old.
He looked awful.
Even my wife was like, man, he's aged. I'm like, that cold weather will do that to him, man.
I was so happy.
Well, and look, here, let's be honest. to be honest, I think we're all glad that Denver lost that game. Because could you imagine a Jarrett Stidham, Sam Darnold Super Bowl matchup? Could you imagine that matchup in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks of hype? Seeing what Jarrett Stidham was there, and then against a Seattle team and a Sam Darnold. I mean, it was last night's game. I mean, I don't know what to make of Seattle's defense. As talented as they are, Matthew Stafford hasn't figured out. I mean, Stafford put up ridiculous numbers again. Probably should have won the game, could have won the game. Both teams played well enough to win the game. That was just a great, great, great football game.
It really was. A lot of people were calling that the Super Bowl. And maybe it will be, depending on what you think of New England and how they play. But, look, both of those teams are, I mean, every game they've played has come right down to the wire.
Yep.
Every game this year has come right down to the wire, and it was just it was fantastic. I got to do this because a lot of the talk was about Stafford and whether he'll come back, but I'm not sure yesterday was the time to ask that question. In fact, Sean McVay wasn't happy.
Yeah, I mean, if he still wants to play, what the hell kind of question is that? The answer, yeah. You have to ask him. We've been totally present. I know that if he wants to, he's still playing at a pretty damn good clip. I mean, he's the MVP of the league, and if he's not, I mean, I got respect for everybody else, but this guy played at a level that's just different.
I agree with that, and he will win MVP, I think.
And it's true, and even Stafford didn't want to answer the question after the game.
Of course not.
Can't generalize, 6 months of my life, 10 minutes after a loss. So appreciate the guys in this locker room a whole hell of a lot. Everybody that helped me, and helped our team be as successful as we were this year. And that's all I'll answer for you.
Now, in all fairness, the reporters that asked the questions, and some are criticizing them being insensitive and timing's not right. We all know how this works. You at the end of the season, you don't know when you're going to get a chance to interview these guys again.
Very true.
And keep in mind, wasn't it this offseason the Rams let Stafford go explore other opportunities before deciding to come back? Like they were ready to move on? Wasn't there a lot of talk leading into this? You win MVP, you win the Super Bowl, and do you retire on top? At the level that he's playing right now, yeah, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is talking about coming back after the way he played this year, of course Matt Stafford is still capable of playing, but does he want to? Think about some of the injuries he dealt with early in the season. I mean, there were that are fair, legitimate questions. Timing sucks, but, when they do their locker clean out in a couple of days, is he going to have a decision then?
No.
Is Matt Stafford even going to talk? Sean McVay will, but you don't even know that you're going to have that opportunity with Matthew Stafford. And in some cases, decisions are made ahead of time. And leading up on this playoff run, it felt like people around Matt Stafford know that Matthew Stafford has already made his decision. When is he going to go public with it?
It'd be a shame if he doesn't come back and play. I mean, at the level he's playing football at, he is going to be the MVP this year. I think he's a clear-cut winner, and it'd be a shame if he doesn't. And then you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, everybody's saying, well, McCarthy's coming back, so that obviously means Aaron Rodgers is coming back. And I'm like, why? I'd rather get a guy off the street and start with that. Just go disappear.
Get off my lawn. My gosh. You want Aaron Rodgers in a darkness retreat.
I want Aaron Rodgers anywhere but in uniform for anybody.
Now, keep in mind, a year ago, when Aaron Rodgers was flirting with the Steelers, I know I said this a lot, but you saw the way the guy played with the Jets. He still seemed like he had a lot left in that gas tank. Watching him play this year, I can't say the same this offseason. I can't. Now,
he looked awful in that playoff game.
He looked awful for most of the year for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I just can't imagine that Mike McCarthy would want him back unless he just doesn't have another opportunity, another choice. Because Mike McCarthy's got a lot of work to do with that Pittsburgh Steelers football team. There's no question about it. I know we're up against it, but I worry about New England sports fans. Did you see the shirts yesterday they're wearing and the chants that they're chanting?
Here we go.
I feel like we're live in South Boston right now. Real quick, you want to give a message to Drake May ahead of the game? What do you want to say, Gene?
We're all we got.
We're all we
need.
Gay for May! You know what? Gay for May! As a gay man, I also am gay for May.
Dude, I'm not.
They're happy for their quarterback.
Well, I get that, but this one dude's got a T-shirt that says "Gay for May."
Well, they're selling them on Barstool, of course.
And they're like, it's like, man.
And you get the reporters, like, yeah. I mean,
interesting.
There's
stuff,
nothing wrong
man.
with that.
Interesting stuff, that's for sure.
Is a proud member of the homosexual fan club.
Uh-huh.
I get the excitement they have for their quarterback right now.
Gay for May. I thought that was interesting yesterday.
Stop it, Pledge.
Not sure.
Stop.
Not sure if Drake May has toys or not.
It's hard.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Not sure. Let's talk a little more NFL football. A lot of coaching decisions still being made, and the Cowboys, look, I don't care what you think about them. They hate the Philadelphia Eagles, and what they did last week late is genius. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
If you're watching football this weekend, you know how it goes. Somebody's always hungry by the first quarter. So call Pizza Hut and get the Big New Yorker for just $10. Our biggest pizza for the biggest games. These slices are huge, like use two hands and fold it huge. Feed your crew and order ahead at pizzahut.com or in the app. Pizza Hut! Ask for limited time offer. Prices, participation, and availability may vary. Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3 and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Score big with LS Tractors at Dietz Tractor in Seguin, the MVPs of the field. LS Tractors, the star quarterbacks of farming, perfect for tough tasks for farm, ranch, and landscaping. Dietz Tractors has your all-star coaching staff for top-notch equipment. They're not just selling tractors, they're building lasting relationships with unmatched dealer support for parts and maintenance. It's a winning strategy that goes beyond the final whistle. Don't miss the game-winning move. 0% financing available with approved credit on LS Tractors. Start blue, stay blue at Dietz Tractor in Seguin.
Celebrate the 17th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day with PorkRinds.com and NFL legend Devin Hester. We're teaming up to support the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund, helping retired players get the medical care they deserve. Want to get in the game? Visit PorkRinds.com to play their Crunch Time Hero game and enter daily to win a trip to the 2027 big game in LA, plus a year's supply of pork rinds. Grab the perfect low-carb snack and be your own Pork Rind Appreciation Day hero today at PorkRinds.com.
Summer or winter Texas weather doesn't do anything halfway, and neither should your roofer. You need a local roofer you can trust. That is Stevens Roofing. You know, Texas roofs are not designed for freezing weather. When ice and snow melt, water seeps into the little cracks, then refreezes, creating bigger cracks. That means leaks or maybe worse. Don't wait to see what damage has occurred. Call Stevens Roofing today for a free inspection. 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994. for Stevens Roofing.
Hey, I got you something. What's this? Just a little Galentine's gift from Jewelry Television.
JTV, I love their jewelry. I had my eye on this pearl bracelet on JTV.com. Plus, I love their colored gemstone jewelry. And oh, have you seen their gold?
Right now, take up to 70% off select jewelry and gifts at JTV.com.
You are not going to believe their gemstones and their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
It's the pearl bracelet.
Visit JTV.com.
All Americans should do what they can to prepare for the future. Donald Trump Jr. here with an important message. More and more Americans are looking for ways to diversify their hard-earned money. and gold is the perfect solution. For example, a gold IRA from my trusted friends at the Birch Gold Group lets you diversify your IRA or 401k into physical gold with zero taxes and zero penalties. You stay in control with a tangible asset that's held value for thousands of years. And right now, Birch Gold is offering a free info kit to help you understand how it works. Just text the word SECURE, SECURE, to 989898. There's no pressure, no obligation, just the facts. You can't predict the future, but you can be prepared, but only if you educate yourself. So take that first step right now. Text SECURE to the number 989898 today. That's SECURE to 989898.
The second I see that Chick-fil-A text in the group chat, I'm throwing my shoes on and running out the door. Hey, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kaylin.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how it feels like an easygoing morning.
The chicken adds the most flavor. It's juicy and seasoned.
The biscuit is just very light and airy and fluffy, just like a cloud.
I also love to put jelly on mine so it's sweet and savory.
It's a good start to the day.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Another case for Jerry Jones to be executive of the year.
Here we go.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. It was genius what they did. You know, I love it. It's not fair to the guy necessarily, but for the Dallas Cowboys, genius.
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles requested permission to interview Klayton Adams for their open offensive coordinator job. And Jerry said no, because it's a lateral move. Even though in Dallas, Klayton Adams is a non-play calling offensive coordinator, it is a lateral move. Now, we were discussing between Pledge and Joe and I that should that be amended? If you're a non-play caller and this is a play calling opportunity, should that mean you can't block? But right now, that's the rule. And, you know, Cowboys can hire their defensive guy to be the coordinator and then block them from talking to one of our guys. I love it.
Well, I think it is too. Now, I feel bad for Klayton Adams because he probably does want to get to a point where he is the play caller and a real offensive coordinator, not just in title only. But, hey, it is what it is, and he'll have some other opportunities. And had that been, I don't know, Buffalo, they might have let him do it.
Although I do wonder, and I don't know enough about Klayton Adams and what his goals are as a coordinator. Obviously, everybody, I would think, would want to be a head coach. But he was an offensive line guy at Arizona. And to interview him and to get him on the staff, Brian Schottenheimer had to make him an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's got sights on being a play caller because he's an offensive line guru. So maybe, and I don't know how it works. None of us do, and it might be relationship. Klayton, do you really want that? Because I'll say no and take the heat for it.
Right.
So you don't have to put your name in the hat and then pull out like everybody else has done for that Eagles job, which is creating quite the narrative about Nick Sirianni, his staff, or Jalen Hurts and that offense, that so many people have withdrawn from consideration for that job.
Well, because it's a clown show. I don't think anybody likes Nick Sirianni. Do you? And I know you got to give him his props. He won a Super Bowl. He's been there a couple of times with that team, lost one, won one. But still, I'm not sure that anybody wants to work for that guy. And it's becoming obvious when you're talking about guys that will have an opportunity to be an offensive coordinator with the Philadelphia Eagles, and everybody keeps turning that down.
It is pretty incredible. And I don't know what the inner workings are, if Jeffrey Lurie is being cheap with his coordinators like Jerry Jones is known to be. I don't know if it's just because nobody has lasted in that particular job. Now, Kellen Moore was there and turned that into a head coaching job, but they've had a lot of different coordinators. So maybe, there's some reason that it's not attractive, or at the very least, staying where you are is a better option. It's almost as embarrassing as the Cleveland head coaching job, but even the Buffalo head coach. I mean, of all people, it was stunning that Phillip Rivers, who is a high school head coach, played a couple 3 games this year for the Colts, was going to interview or did interview for the Bills head coaching job. And Phillip Rivers, who is not known to pull out of anything, withdrew his name from consideration to be the Bills head coach.
Yeah,
why? Why?
Do you think that was serious? I think the Bills did him a favor, and that was never serious. They were going to hire Phillip Rivers.
But if he withdrew his name from consideration, there must be. It's not like, we interviewed him, but we decided to go a different direction.
When I saw that, I never thought it was a serious thing. It was just, I don't know. Is Phillip Rivers friends with the GM there or the ownership? I don't know. But, I mean, that would have been a joke for the Buffalo Bills to hire Phillip Rivers as their head coach.
Well, I mean, they're going to hire somebody that Josh Allen likes.
Well, okay, that's fine.
I mean, Josh Allen is a part of the interviewing process.
Well, I get it, but Phillip Rivers, are they good friends?
I mean, maybe.
Phillip Rivers old enough to be his dad.
Well,
it may be. Who knows?
Stop.
Goodness gracious.
Stop. But it is going to be interesting to see, now that we're 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl, that all these open jobs, and man, there are so many. I imagine by the time we get to San Francisco, there's going to be there shouldn't be any openings left, right? There shouldn't be, and if there are, you wonder. But even like McDaniel becoming the offensive coordinator, that's official. And so many of these jobs where, all right, you're our coordinator unless you get a head coaching job somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would hire somebody and allow them to leave within a week when the other candidates you might have wanted might not be available to you.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, maybe I've heard about it in other off seasons, but you could hire a guy as your offensive coordinator, but if you get a head coaching job, you can leave. I've never heard of that. But I think that's a good move for the Chargers, I'll be honest with you. And that's going to help. That should help Herbert tremendously, I would think. Now, they need some help with that offensive line. They've got to do some work elsewhere. But I think having McDaniels there will help Justin Herbert a lot.
Well, and again, you look at Justin Herbert, and that offense should be better with McDaniel. You look at whatever the Bills end up doing. Eagles are still searching for an OC. They are going to interview Gerard Johnson, the quarterback coach of the Houston Texans.
Right.
The only thing that surprises me about that, have you seen C.J. Stroud play? I mean.
What are you saying? That's Gerard's fault?
Well,
certainly.
I've seen a quarterback have one of the more incredible rookie years ever and regress.
Yes,
and,
big time.
And generally, when you see up-and-coming coaches get promoted or get higher job titles and more responsibilities with other teams, it's generally off of success. And I don't know, even though the Texans were a playoff team this year and won a playoff game, watching C.J. Stroud play and set the record for postseason turnovers, I wouldn't think would get one of your coaches promoted.
Well, you wouldn't think so, but they're desperate.
Well, at some point, you got a pulse.
I guess.
I mean, one of the comments on our YouTube page is reminding us, Franklin, that the Lakers hired a podcaster as a coach.
Well, they did.
So
I never thought that was serious. They're going to hire Brian Daboll.
The Bills?
I think so.
That or Davis Webb?
Well, and now he can interview.
And now he can interview.
Now he can interview.
Webb
is good friends with Josh Allen.
They're
right?
besties.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good, though. Because at some point in time, the head coach is going to have to say, hey, Josh, you're playing like poop, and you need to get off your butt. Or something like that. You know what I'm talking about.
Again, depending on their relationship and the respect level that would be there. Now, the way the Bills are currently structured, with McDermott getting fired and the GM getting promoted, that maybe you can have a coach in there that's answering directly to the GM, who's also the president of football operations, which would allow you to hire a buddy for your quarterback.
Yeah, perhaps. That's got to be the best job still open, I would think. Although the Ravens is still open. And
no, Ravens is closed.
Well, you're right. Offensive coordinator.
Okay. Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury is one of the candidates, apparently, for that particular job. But you're right. It is closed. Jesse Minter.
Yep.
Got that job from the Chargers. So
you got to have a flow chart with it where everybody's going everywhere.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? But still looking for an OC, and Kingsbury's still high on that list, apparently. So we'll see. Not sure.
Josh Jimenez says Brian Dayball, spelled D-A-Y space B-A-L-L, needs to come to Houston.
Well, that's how I gets his point across. I understand that. So, spelling is not a strong suit of mine either.
I'm not used to reading our YouTube comments and have a pronunciation guide.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Dude, the other job is still open and nobody wants is the Cleveland Browns head coaching job.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that job. Even though they've got a Pro Bowler at quarterback.
They do. I mean, process of elimination. The AFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks were Drake May, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert. Well, Drake May's playing in the Super Bowl, and Allen and Herbert are hurt. Bo Nix is hurt. Mahomes is hurt. Daniel Jones is hurt. Anybody? Shador.
Oh, you're raising your hand, Shador. Yeah, we'll take you.
Uh-huh.
Shador Sanders, Pro Bowler.
I mean, who else would they have taken?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted Stidham, but
Davis Mills.
They saw him play yesterday.
Is C.J. Stroud hurt, or just his ego after his playoff performance? So you play in the playoffs like that, even though you're a playoff quarterback. Is Cam Ward not available?
I'm sure he is. I would have rather gone Cam Ward, I think, than Shador Sanders, but
I'm trying to think.
Maybe that's a favor to Daddy.
Why?
I don't know. Make my kid a Pro Bowler.
Well, I mean, Cleveland's going to have to retire his jersey number now.
Well, I mean,
he's a Pro Bowler as a rookie.
In all honesty, I mean, he will have that on his resume forever now. Pro Bowler.
I mean,
doesn't matter how he got there. He got there.
You think about Kevin Stefanski, longtime head coach there at the Cleveland Browns. The only Pro Bowl quarterback he ever had was Shador Sanders.
How about?
A Pro Bowl is so meaningless.
It really is.
I mean,
it's horrible.
Now, what do they do? It's turned into a flag football game.
It has.
On Tuesday night next week when we're in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's next Tuesday night, Pledge. Because I got an email about, do I want credentials for it? No. Isn't there a party that night I need to go to?
Probably.
Are we still having that party?
Yeah.
Because that's always on a Tuesday night.
Unless it's tape delayed, it's supposed to run on Sunday.
On Sunday? This Sunday?
Yeah, the first.
Oh.
I know they do a bunch of Pro Bowl games leading up to it, like the quarterback competition and the dodgeball and everything. Maybe that's what y'all were invited to?
Yeah, I don't know, but I saw Pro Bowl games. It went, no.
Well, I would think the Pro Bowl is this week instead of next week.
The fact that we don't know is everything you need to know about the Pro Bowl.
Exactly right.
And if somebody wants to Google it and send us a link, cool. But I don't know that I'm going to take the time to find out when that is.
I really don't give a damn. Watching flag football on TV is not exactly something I'm going to be too interested in.
Nor watching it in person.
Or watching it in person, even worse. I don't know. They had to do something. They're trying, I guess, and I'm just not sure that, you just ought to name guys Pro Bowlers if you're going to do that and not have a game.
Well, I think, they got to sell tickets.
Who's buying tickets to that?
Place will
Their
be
family?
Packed. Place will be packed. It will be. And, chance for autographs and interact. I could see why it's a great fan event. But NFL players will all tell you, being named All-Pro, far more significant than being a Pro Bowler.
Absolutely.
Unless you have some sort of financial incentive in your contract.
Yeah.
It's flag football and it's fun.
I think Shador had $5.50 in his contract because the Browns thought there's no way in hell this guy will ever be a Pro Bowler.
Are you kidding? He might have had, several million because, again, in those contracts, the bonuses, the way they get structured against your cap, are they realistically attainable? Yeah, that would have been a 0%.
Exactly right. Yeah, go ahead and give him a couple $1 million for that clause. That'll never happen because I'm never going to play him. And then Stefanski had to.
Yeah. The 2026 Pro Bowl games, according to AI, featuring top NFL talent. See, top. That's funny.
Yeah.
In the AFC and NFC flag football held Tuesday, February 3rd at the Moscone Center in San Francisco. Wait, that's where Radio Row is going to be.
Oh.
So it's probably going to be at the Fan Fest.
Well, there you go. You should probably go then.
This event marks the first time I'm not going. The game is integrated directly into Super Bowl week.
Uh-huh. Well, that's great. Good. We'll see if that helps anything. Not sure.
All I got to do is go to a different part of the convention center. I might,
Well, they're not going to play it inside.
The Moscone Center's
They're going to play it indoors.
It sounds like it.
Well, that's kind of dumb.
Well, you've been in these convention centers.
Well, that's kind of dumb, is it not?
Well, you think about when you walk through like Fan Fest, they've got all those huge football fields.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they might be doing it right there.
Well, they could be.
Which
is dumb to me.
They'll have food. The whole thing is dumb to you.
Well, it is.
I mean, they're trying to make it less dumb and convenient.
Well, it's pretty.
You get it. You sell tickets. People are going to Fan Fest, and for an upcharge, you can also go to the Pro Bowl games.
All right. Well, good for them.
Make a day, and then everybody exits through the NFL shop. You understand how it works?
I understand how that works. Yes.
How
no
to
doubt about
separate
it.
you from your money.
Uh-huh. I also understand how this works, Jason. Tomorrow, we're not going to be in studio. We're going to be at McIntyre's, the North Star location, because it's hockey.
Yeah.
It's hockey time. I'm going to get educated
Yeah.
on hockey. The Dallas Stars, breaking out of their January slump, join the Blitz tomorrow at McIntyre's, the North Star location, with Flight by Yingling, a proud partner of the Dallas Stars. So a flyaway trip to go see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly.
Yep.
Unbelievable. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. You got to be 21 or older to enter. And there's going to be a lot of other prizes there because Beer Santa will be there. Flight by Yingling, Dallas Stars gear, in fact, during the game. Of course, Flight by Yingling is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars, the next generation of light beer.
Absolutely. So we're going to have get registered for the flyaway trip.
Yep.
We'll have Flight by Yingling Stars gear like jerseys.
I saw your jersey. If you hadn't seen Minnick's jersey on Instagram, go take a look at that.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Put it on Twitter too, Pledge? Maybe? You did? All right. Yeah, it's everywhere on all their socials. T-shirts, hats. You want free Stars gear. It's good-looking gear.
Yeah.
Good-looking gear.
And I'm going to get educated on hockey.
Yeah,
maybe I'll get some
hockey fans to puck off.
Want some free Stars gear.
Well, you know the old saying.
Yeah?
If it's free,
it's for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, though, very sad moment yesterday with Terry Bradshaw. Is it time for him to take a hike? And Charles Barkley is the get off my lawn guy officially. We'll let you know why when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home with The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs lost one inside the Frostbank Center last night, dropping to the New Orleans Pelicans 104-95. Wemby, 16 points, 16 boards. Spurs return to action Wednesday night in Houston. They'll take on the Rockets. Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what was described as minor preventative foot surgery this week. He will be limited in off-season workouts. School announced that on Friday, but he is expected to return for spring practice.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. And if you're listening, you obviously survived the ice storm that we had in San Antonio over the weekend. You know, just chaos everywhere.
Anybody not survive?
Chaos everywhere here in San Antonio because of the ice and all of that stuff. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And Jason, I don't know. I didn't hear of any catastrophes or casualties, as it were, but hopefully everybody survived.
Yeah, not in San Antonio. I mean, awful story out of Frisco.
Oh, yeah. Terrible. Yes.
And then you had that dude in the truck that said he got cut off, but the video kind of shows otherwise, where he took out that sign on I-35.
Yeah.
But that wasn't ice.
No.
Related.
No, it wasn't. No. I think now Dallas got hit hard.
Yeah.
North Texas got hit really hard, and there was a sledding incident that killed, 12-year-old girl?
16?
16,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it was just tragic. Yeah. But here, I don't think so. And look, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I thought it was a lot of overhype and overreaction to an event that didn't deserve it. That's my commentary on the whole damn thing. What do you know? You were sitting in a casino at 72 degrees.
It was perfect.
Yes.
It was perfect. I missed it all. Checked the video cameras and saw a little frost outside and went, boy, the blizzard. And then you see everywhere else in the amount of snow all over this country. I went to a Blake Shelton concert on Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Wow, how was that?
It was good.
Well, of course it was.
It was good. The two songs that he sang that I knew, a George Strait song and an Alabama song. I did not, and my
Blake
wife.
Shelton's got a lot of hits.
He does.
Man.
Apparently he's had 31 number one hits.
There you go. You see that?
And he sang. So I felt like Joe Reiniger. He sang a song. I've heard this one before.
That's right.
I had no idea Blake Shelton sang it.
That's it.
And I had no idea my wife was such a Blake Shelton fan. She knew every song.
Is that right?
Every one. I'm like, well, when do you listen to country music?
Props to
right?
her.
Well, that's why that was on the bucket list shows for her. But I don't know, 3 or 4 different times, Shelton between songs is talking about, man, I'm glad we're in Vegas. The rest of this country's having a blizzard. You guys are the smart ones.
Exactly.
You're at a country music show in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he was correct.
Yeah.
He was correct. I think we just took a brief or just kind of a glancing blow. North Texas was bad, and I know the southern states, Tennessee and some of those states really got hammered pretty good.
No.
So. And St. Louis, Missouri, where my wife currently is. Stuck there, cannot get out of St. Louis, is why I didn't go to St. Louis. Was supposed to go there this weekend, didn't make it, and because I probably wouldn't be here right now if I did.
You'd have 3 days off.
Well, I did, but I don't want to do that to you, Minix. You know, I screwed you on Friday, so I figured I got to come back.
That's what PTO is for, but, the option was stay home and go to work. Or risk getting stuck at the in-laws.
So you see what I chose.
You chose wisely, my friend. You chose wisely.
Oh,
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
We often talk with athletes when it's time to go.
Yeah.
Same for broadcasters. After yesterday's NFC Championship game, and really it's been happening all year, a lot of fans are wondering, is it time for Terry Bradshaw to go? This is what happened yesterday during the halftime show.
The interception by Christian Gonzalez late in that game was the difference maker, and he spoke with Christina Pink right afterwards.
Christian, no stranger to making big plays, but to seal this win and a trip to the Super Bowl with that late game interception, how are you able to get it done?
Man, just trusting the game plan and the call. Went up, saw the ball in the air, and at that point, it's whoever ball wants to go get it. So saw it and went and got it.
All right, congrats. We'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
You know what, Sam Darnold, they turned him loose in the first half. Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator for Seattle. I think he said, I can trust him with the football today. 209 yards passing and a touchdown in the first half. Sam Darnold is playing great football for Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, he is. We thought we were talking about the first game, but it's okay because it was a great first game. I think whoever is going to play either one of these teams, I think the Patriots are going to have their hands full with either one of these teams, but you never know. As we see today, second-year quarterback back in the Super Bowl for the Patriots, 12th Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. It's going to be a good one.
And also, no turnovers for Sam Darnold. That's huge.
Well, they tried to bail him out, I think. Strahan was laughing at him at first, but they're interviewing Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback for the New England Patriots, who intercepted the pass that really sealed the deal in that game. And then, boy, Bradshaw comes right back with a good analysis on Sam Darnold.
Now, and then Strahan was thrown off, although in that segment, I thought Bradshaw sounded more coherent than Strahan, just trying to figure out who was playing in the game. But Strahan was trying to stick to the script. All I can hope, because Terry Bradshaw's analysis there was spot on. It was just at the wrong spot. So I'm wondering, if he's got some sort of rundown in front of him. Was he on the wrong page? Was he having trouble hearing, but he knew coming out of that soundbite they were going straight to him? Because, he delivered that solidly. It was just not at all what they were talking about.
Well, no, not at all. They were talking about the Patriots-Broncos game, just coming off an interview. So I'm assuming he didn't hear, or did he think that was somebody else? Clearly, it was Christian Gonzalez. She said that a couple of times. You're going to the Super Bowl, and I just don't. It was an odd
strange moment,
and it was. I was watching that live, and I'm like, wow, that's just it's creepy.
Well, at first I thought that's an interesting transition.
Yeah,
and then Strahan was like, "Dude, you're wrong game, brother."
Yeah,
we're talking about the other game, and you wonder if it's getting close to the end.
Yeah, maybe.
Charles Barkley is doing everything he can to get himself fired. We talked about this last week. Went on Le Batard and hammered ESPN, and then hammered them because they're getting buried. They've only been on TV like 4 times, and then he made fun of fans for going to an NBA game.
I tell you what, you had nothing to do today. Oh my goodness! If you went to this game, you had nothing to do today.
Justin Champagnie.
It was an awful game, though. Into his defense, it was. And I didn't know that Justin Champagnie, his brother plays here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Julian.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, you knew Julian
Well,
Champagnie
I know
plays
Julian.
Here.
I didn't know he had a brother,
didn't know he
Justin.
had a brother.
Yeah.
So when they played each other in their stories about it, you've missed those, huh, Terry?
I've missed those.
All right,
yeah,
Terry.
I sure have.
All right.
That Sam Darnold was damn good yesterday. Let me tell you.
So was Zion.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Zion was pretty good, and the Spurs admitted something that we all know, by the way.
Yeah.
That they're soft.
They are.
They're soft, and they're admitting it now. We'll hear from them. You don't have to trust us if you don't want to. Hear from them. They'll tell you they're soft, and we'll continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Total Wine is your home field advantage for game day. The only place to go for the lowest prices on your go-to lineup of spirits, beers, seltzers, and wines. Tackle game day and every day only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, B21.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes while giving you a head start on 2026. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
From 30 for 30 Podcasts.
Brian Pata, senior defensive lineman from Miami, gunned down.
The key to this case, it's Brian.
An hour before he died, he was on the phone arguing with somebody.
This might be a hit.
You want the truth. They just want a conviction.
Being placed under arrest. We had a killer amongst us.
Murder at the U, coming soon. The NFL is on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
The Rising Stars player pool, or player whatever they're calling it these days, rosters will be announced about 5:30 this afternoon. Dylan Harper on that list, perhaps? Maybe Steph Castle?
Maybe. I think
Could
both
be.
have a chance.
Could be. So we'll bring that to you. It's supposed to be announced about 5:30 this afternoon. So we'll as soon as we hear it, we'll bring it to you so we know who's doing what. As far as the Spurs go, bad night last night in the Frost Bank Center. I mean, just all the way around. Playing a Pelicans team that, it's obviously not very good. They do have some good players, but it's not a game you lose, especially at home.
Dude, it so frustrating. And was it Friday's show, Thursday night, where they were looking like they were going to blow a big lead and then pulled away and won?
Yep.
And you celebrate. Like, they got to learn how to win. Last night, their shooting, especially from the free throw line, was about as cold as the temperature outside. Now, admittedly, I was on a plane. Southwest doesn't offer the channel the Spurs were on, and the Seahawks and Rams are playing, so my focus was on football. But at one point, I checked the score and even asked in the group chat, what the hell is going on? And then the Spurs got it tied, and you thought, okay, they're gonna win this thing.
Yeah, I think they even took the lead late in the game.
Yet they lose 104-95.
Right. And again,
to the Pelicans.
Yeah. I mean, look, Zion had a pretty good night last night. I saw there's one even that he kind of posterized Wemby at one point in time. But again, that's not a game you lose. And I know the NBA season is up and down, and any team can beat any team, and yada, 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 right? It's any given Sunday kind of thing, or in that case, it was a Sunday. But I'm just saying, the Pelicans shouldn't be able to walk in to the Frost Bank Center and beat the Spurs. It just should never happen. It shouldn't.
Again, the Spurs have too many bad losses on the year. The MO of playing to the level of your competition, either playing up or playing down, and it's a problem. And last night they played down to their competition. New Orleans is dead last in the Western Conference standings. Dead last. You should not lose that game under any circumstances. But New Orleans did what every team is going to continue to do to the San Antonio Spurs, especially when the playoffs roll around, and that is push those guys around. And the Spurs know, Mitch Johnson knows, there's nothing he can do about it.
We've gotten a lot of feedback recently from how teams have played us, and that is definitely going to be, it feels like an approach from other teams. And then some teams, New Orleans has been doing that as of late recently, just as their style of play and their brand of basketball, and it served them well. And so it's going to be something that we're going to have to step up in.
Well, I don't know how you do that, though. And in all seriousness, this team is not built to be a physical team. It's a finesse team. It is. And you look at it, there's nobody on this team that is a banger. Maybe Luke Cornett, maybe, but nobody else.
It is. I mean, that is the nicest way for Mitch Johnson to say my team is soft without calling them soft. And Devin Vassell, he returned to the game last night. What, he missed 14 games because of an injury?
Yeah, 13, I think.
13, and he even said, man, we just can't let people push us around.
It's just a mental thing. We just got to go in knowing that's how teams are going to approach it. We knew that's how New Orleans was going to play this game, and if they were going to win this game, it was going to be because they were crashing the glass and being more physical. That's exactly what they did. So just going forward, we just got to have that mindset. We can't be kind of a finesse team or somebody who's just going to let somebody just get pushed around and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying have a hard foul and hurt nobody, but at the end of the day, we got to show that, like, we're here. So just eliminating all these offensive rebounds, and I had a couple to where I just got to hit somebody and make sure that they don't get that. As long as I don't get the rebound, they don't get the rebound. Somebody else will. So coming back, it was good. Obviously, I wish it would have went a different way, but that's the NBA, and that's how. I mean, we're about to play Houston. Houston's another team that plays just as physical as them, maybe even more. So we got to be ready for that.
Absolutely. Now, look, the last time the Spurs went up to Houston, they played the Rockets tough. They blew a big lead, but they played them tough. But, look, last night, again, the rebounding, just the physical aspect of that. And Devin Vassell says, no, we don't want to hurt him. But you know what? I'm not advocating hurting somebody either, but you knock somebody on their ass. That's a start right there. But, again, who do they have that can do that?
Well, I mean, even Devin said, I mean, maybe it's on him because you can't have everybody thinking you're soft. And those are the words from Devin Vassell.
Especially when it comes to the physicality, just not letting it feel like you're getting punked. And I feel like that's kind of how the teams come in. They're like, we come in, we can be more physical than them. And that's just not what you want. You don't want to be a team that's looked at as being soft.
Too late.
So I think that's just the biggest thing is coming in knowing that that's how teams are. They're not going to out-talent us. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. It's just we got to sit there and be more physical. And that's just the key to it, truthfully.
Honestly, though, I mean, that's how teams have been playing the Spurs as of late. They got off to that hot start, and it took teams a little bit to figure out, okay, we can't match them in shooting or maybe even athletic ability or even speed, but we can out-physical this team, and the teams that are being successful against the Spurs are playing physical basketball.
Now, again, I always have a hard time calling a pro athlete soft, but when I hear that from Devin, and I think about the way this team plays, going after and getting a little physical for a rebound, setting that hard screen, that's want to, right? That's want to and effort, right? Nobody is saying that this team, which at this point isn't going to turn into having a goon squad out there, they're not going to turn into a dirty play. But they can't be afraid of the physical contact either, right? To me, it's about the hustle. And are you going to fight for that loose ball? That I think you can coach up a little bit. And I'm going glass half full, but maybe a couple of games like this where you are getting pushed around when Mitch is saying, look, the story on us is we're soft in the nicest way you could say it without saying it, to maybe get some of those guys to realize, dude, I don't want that reputation. No pro athlete, no team wants to be known as a soft team. Yet that's what this Spurs team is right now. They're soft. I think Mitch Johnson at times might be a little soft, and some of that is just, his demeanor. And again, he's not going to completely change and constantly go nuts, but you could yell at your guys.
Yeah.
You could yell at the referees. You can look like you're doing more than just being a spectator at a basketball game.
Well, it really is frustrating when you look at it. I haven't seen every game, every minute of every game, but I have not seen Mitch Johnson go after an official or Mitch Johnson go after somebody else. Or you know what? Take a page, and I know times are different. I'm sick of hearing that, but you know what? These guys are athletes, all right? They're athletes, and they get paid a pretty good wage to play basketball. And if they're not playing well enough, it's okay to call them out and say, you know what? That check's coming in. You need to play, and you need to play for it. And I want some nasty, and I want you to be more physical, and you guys look soft. And there's nothing wrong with saying that on a press conference podium after a game in which the Spurs look soft.
That's it. And again, you look at last night, 12 of 44 from 3. Vic was 2 of 10.
Mm-hmm.
6 of 16 from the field, right? Now, I don't know if they're being overly cautious with Wemby because of injury, and that's why all of a sudden he seems to be playing more on the outside and taking a bunch of threes. But I don't get that. Last night, though, 19 of 32 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's unacceptable.
Sure.
That's unacceptable. They were out-rebounded 58 to 46.
Mm-hmm.
And you listen to Devin Vassell. In a city that is shelves are missing toilet paper because of an ice storm that was going to hit, they were Charmin soft last night against a bad team.
Yeah.
This team isn't good enough, isn't strong enough, isn't physical enough to walk into any gym and assume victory. Yet, by all accounts, that's how they played last night.
Now, they did. Now, I saw somebody on our YouTube page, wow, the Pelicans just match up well against the Spurs. Okay, do they? Look, so that means you're going to lose the game every time you play them because they match up well against you? You should never lose to the New Orleans Pelicans. And I get it happens, again, a long season. But when you get out hustled and just there was more want to from the Pelicans last night, and the stats prove that. Whether you saw the game or not, the stats prove it. There was more want to on the Spurs on the Pelican side of the ball than there was on the Spurs, and so that I don't know. I don't put all of that on Mitch, but some of it certainly is on him.
Well, and again, I look and I get it. Matchups are there, but I don't know that last night was a bad matchup issue. When you get out rebounded like that and you miss a bunch of free throws, and the other team pushes you around, I don't know if that's a bad matchup, right? Now, on our YouTube page, lots of comments right now about the Spurs on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
You can go read them. Go to YouTube, search out San Antonio Sports Star. Jeremy Sohan's being mentioned a couple of different times. Now, he is a physical player, and he could be that guy. Could he have gotten some minutes last night just to go in there and be the enforcer type and just maybe bring some energy? It's possible. He is on the trade block. He doesn't fit with this Spurs team.
He doesn't fit with the finesse team that Mitch Johnson has built here. That's what they are. They are a finesse, run the ball, shoot threes. That's the personality of this team. Jeremy Sohan does not fit into that culture. He just doesn't. That's not who he is.
Well, but even his game right now, I don't know but in a game like last night, could Mitch have found some minutes for him just to go in there and do what? Create some fouls,
knock some people around.
Like, hey, New Orleans, you're the Pelicans, man. We're not getting pushed around by a bunch of Pelicans. I don't know. Then James Moore on YouTube says, I don't know if I'd call them out on the podium, but in the locker room and in practice, they'd be called out. I'm sure in the locker room and in practice, he's a lot more vocal. But every coach at some point through the media sends a direct message to his team. At some point, you can't protect these guys. And when you lose a game like last night, this is, Mitch basically said they're soft without saying they're soft. At some point, you can be honest. Hell, just being honest with your fan base. Yeah, we see it too. We're fully aware. We get it. And it's frustrating as hell as a coach. I'm trying to figure out how I can get this team to be more physical. Because I think a lot of that is just effort and want to.
Devin Vassell said it. They're soft. And teams are coming in. They're trying to push them around. I mean, the players see it. It's not a thing that's hidden like the players say, I don't know, we don't know what's going on. No, Devin Vassell is admitting what we've known for a couple of weeks. A physical team is going to beat the Spurs most of the time. And unless they're just hitting every three they throw up. And they have to do that to win games. And that's not a good place to be in when you're talking about heading to the playoffs and heading to the second half of the season, when all it's going to do, the physicality of the NBA is going to ramp up. It is. So if the Spurs can figure this out, they can figure out a way to get this done, they better hurry up, because after that All-Star break, the intensity goes up tenfold.
And you think about the All-Star break is Valentine's weekend. So what was that, February 13th, 14th, 15th?
Right.
So you look and you think about the trade deadline that's coming up. And, all right, here we go again with Giannis trade rumors. I'm not buying any of them. Will the Spurs be active? Jeremy Sohan, is he on his way out? I still want a 3-and-D type. If they can find a consistent three-point shooter, I would like to see them make a move like that. But I'm also wondering, do they need to find somebody that can provide a little bit more physicality, a little bit more of a protector, if you will, for Wemby? I mean, you think about the Tiago or Fabricio type for Tim Duncan. Do they need to go find somebody that's more like that for Wemby? Even though the game is completely different, Wemby's not playing down low like that, but just to have that big physical presence from somebody else down there.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy that comes to mind, would have been a perfect addition to this team.
Yep.
Somebody like that is a banger and can go in and protect a guy like Wemby. They just don't have that right now. I know they think that Luke Cornett maybe is that guy. Maybe he is. He's a good player. I'm not saying that was a bad move. But a guy that can be just a goon in a lot of ways, with all due respect, goon is a good word. But they need that, and they need a banger, somebody that is going to knock somebody on their ass when they come into the paint. Spurs don't have anybody like that right now. And we see that with some teams, especially with speedy guards. I saw that against Houston. That's a big reason why they came back. Now, granted, the Spurs went ice cold from the three-point stripe, but you've got to look at this team and say, we've got to make the majority of our threes or we're going to lose. I mean, that's pretty much where we sit right now. Unless the Spurs get hot from the three-point stripe, they're going to lose games.
Now, granted, we all knew that this stretch in January was going to be brutal. And they've won some that maybe you didn't think they would, and then you have some bad losses in there. They get the Rockets again on Wednesday night down in Houston, and then they get Charlotte on Saturday, that game with the Hornets. And I think, is it February 1st when they decide the All-Star coaches? Because Mitch Johnson has a chance to be the All-Star coach. Now, generally it's the coach with the best record, but you can't coach it 2 years in a row. So Oklahoma City's coach is out. And if the Spurs are still the 2 seed, Mitch Johnson could be an all-star coach his first year as a full-time head coach.
Congratulations. It's good for him.
Well, I mean,
I don't really give a damn. I'd like to see Mitch Johnson standing on the podium at the end of the season holding up a Larry O'Brien. I don't give a damn about the All-Star game. You talk about an All-Star game. We talked about the Pro Bowl game. The All-Star game is meaningless. I mean, to me, I have no interest in the All-Star game. It's a joke.
Well, it is, but I think the underlying highlighter there is, damn, the Spurs are good enough to where their coach is potentially going to coach the All-Star game this year. I would not have expected that at all.
No, I don't think anybody would. And again, when you look at the Spurs with a record of 31-15 at this point in time, nobody expected that. But I think they feasted on some teams before teams figured them out, and now teams are starting to figure them out. And you're going to run into some teams that don't have the physical ability to bully the Spurs, but those that do will. And that's going to be a problem moving forward because, again, New Orleans is a physical team. That's what they do. We'll see what happens, but I just don't know if you can figure it out, number one, and number two, if you do figure it out, what are you going to do about it? Because I just don't think you have the players that can play that style of basketball, and that's an issue.
Their physicality level right now screams second round out.
Yes. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's depending on how stuff shakes out, and it's still January, a long way to go, but right now you're probably looking at a second-round matchup against Denver.
Well, it could very well be. Speaking of the Nuggets, they're in the 3 spot. They're tied with the Spurs, but obviously the Spurs have the tiebreaker at this point in time. Denver could overtake them. Houston is 2.5 out. So the Spurs have created a little bit of space between the rest of them, but Oklahoma City's way up there, and Denver is right there on your tail. So, and that's without Joker, by the way.
Yeah.
Joker's been out. So they're doing all that without him, that's for sure. We do have a Super Bowl matchup, though, and I don't know how to feel about it. And obviously, we got 2 weeks to talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
But I like it. I like it. There's no Kansas City. There's no Philadelphia. There's a Sam Darnold and a Drake May. I like it. How'd they get there? That's the question. That's what we're talking about when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's obviously cold today. A lot of businesses decided to work from home after the ice storm over the weekend. And if you were thinking, man, I wish I had had a jacket or a coat with our company logo on it, well, you can get that because we got more cold weather on the way. Rodeo is right around the corner. And over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing on San Pedro, Sam has his entire winter line on display right now, just waiting for you and your business logo, your group logo, your organization. You need that logo on a nice jacket, a coat, half zip, hoodie, you name it, Sam will get you taken care of. You need caps made. Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, just waiting for your logo. All the popular cap brands like the Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock, Katie caps, Nike Cap America. You need your logo on some long sleeve shirts, some golf shirts, you name it, quarter zips. Go see Sam. Again, all the big name brands, including Tommy Bahama. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Construction gear, restaurant uniforms, schools, leagues, you name it, medical, all kinds of industries. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing is where you need to go. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, certainly no order too small. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's about a mile inside Loop 410 across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's officially basketball season. We'll check in on the NBA and a huge slate in college hoops.
College hoops is huge, but the Spurs headed toward a rough week. Got the Rockets on the Hornets. We'll get ready for that. All of your Super Bowl talk, and well, there's also other stuff going on. We'll keep you informed. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, I'm giving my hair salon a total makeover.
Total makeover sounds totally expensive.
We updated our logo and colors, so I needed to print new signage, brochures, business cards, everything.
Everything will not be cheap.
Staples did it all, and I saved $100 on my order.
$100? Trim my whiskers, that's a good deal. For everything your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Joe, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. And let me tell you, I love numbers. 1040s, 1099s, W-2s, all of them. With TaxSlayer, anyone can file a federal return for just $22.99. You'll get 100% accuracy and your biggest possible refund guaranteed. Now those are great numbers. Need help along the way? We've got US-based real human support. File by February 8th for just $22.99 and get the refund you deserve. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
The new era of UFC on Paramount Plus continues with UFC 325 live from Australia. Catch featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski in a rematch of his epic title fight against Diego Lopez, and the always dangerous Dan Hooker throws down with dynamic finisher Benoit Saint Denis in a high-action lightweight showdown. UFC fans, pay-per-view just got knocked out. Catch UFC 325 on Saturday, January 31st, only on Paramount Plus. Stream every fight live with one subscription. Visit ParamountPlus.com/UFC to get started.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
Back here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. The Super Bowl is set. The young Patriots, at least their quarterback's young, against the Sam Darnold-led Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be interesting. Seattle has opened up as a 5-point favorite, but we just got a tweet.
We
interesting.
This is very interesting. Jacob Erica sent us a tweet from a guy named Ben Fox. The first reported 7-figure wager on the Super Bowl has already come in at Circa Sports. $1.1 million on New England money line.
Wow. Money line, which means they're expecting to win straight up.
Plus 188 odds. Now, yes, I was at Circa Las Vegas over the weekend. I can promise you that was not me.
I'm surprised. I thought it was you.
That was not me. But I can tell you, and as many times as we've done our show at Circa, watching that game yesterday at Circa was incredible. What a great spot to go watch. Like, if you're thinking about where you want to go. But there was a guy, I was making my bet that was nowhere near 1.1 million or even the 0.1 of the 1.1 million. But yesterday morning, we're in line, because it's obviously crowded at the sports book, and we're putting some money on Seattle, which we won. So I have to go back now to just be able to cash that ticket.
Of course, yes.
But there was a guy in front of us, and I don't know how much money he had, but the stack of money that he had, and then the two windows on either side stopped taking, people weren't going up there, and this guy was making, and I couldn't overhear him. I wasn't, but they put his stack of cash through the little money counter machine twice.
Wow.
To verify it. I have no idea what he was doing, but I was like, this dude is walking around with that. It was insane.
Well, he must have had a bet. You didn't stay for the whole first game even. So
no, I had to leave
to
go to the airport.
Wow, interesting.
I have no idea, but I mean, whatever he was doing, and I have no idea, but I have never seen somebody with that much cash at the window before.
Interesting.
I was like, wow.
Now, I'm looking at odds for MVP. Sam Darnold is the favorite at plus 125, followed by Drake May at plus 235. But you could put a bet on Stephon Diggs at plus 6,000.
Dude, he's finally getting to go to a Super Bowl.
He finally is. He finally is. You could put a bet on Cooper Kupp, who's plus 9,000, and maybe he'll actually catch a football and make it legal.
Well, hey, that was legal, and he has won a Super Bowl MVP, has he not?
He has.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was a legal catch, but
well, it's because we don't know what a catch is anymore.
That's exactly right, and the NFL needs to this offseason figure that out. Because if that's a different officiating squad, they may have called it differently. But I always thought you had to complete the process.
Well, I thought that was a catch and enough of a move to where he did. I was not thinking at any point, they're going to rule that incomplete. I was wondering, are they going to rule that a fumble? But clearly ground would have caused the fumble. But I get the debate. Was that a catch all the way through?
Well, the ground didn't cause the fumble, though. He just lost it. He didn't hit the ground with his hands. He just lost the ball as he was down. They said he was down, and that was the end of the play. But, again, it's hard to understand what a catch is in the NFL. I don't know. That, to me, shouldn't have been a catch. And then the officiating crew in that first game with Detroit or Denver and New England, when Stidham clearly fumbles the football, and they call it an incomplete pass, and I'm like, dude, I'm watching, and there's no way that was an incomplete pass. Now, they changed it, and props to them for doing that. But,
well, because I think they actually ruled it a backwards pass.
Well, no, they said it was incomplete.
All right. Well, no, when they reviewed it, because New England got the ball, which was their only touchdown.
Right. So they screwed him out of a touchdown there.
Yes, but ultimately the Patriots did, but the defensive guy did not get a touchdown in a low-scoring game. That was kind of ugly. Part of me, I'm so glad that Jarrett Stidham didn't win, because him on the stage of the Super Bowl, he played early, solid. The scripted plays were good. After that, it was just bad. But that said, I thought Jarrett Stidham played well enough to win the game. In a 10-7 game, this is all going to circle back to Sean Payton's decision on 4th and 1 to go for it. And I don't mind aggressive play calling, and whatever you think about analytics, they said to go for it. But knowing that the weather was going to come in, you get every point that you can. And if you're going for it on 4th down, what a crappy play call. I didn't like the play call at all.
Now, it wasn't a good play call, but I think maybe it's a play call designed for Bo Nix. And if he's running that play, maybe he makes it just because he's a hell of a lot more athletic than Stidham. I guess it bothers me because Stidham, dude, I'm telling you, I'm watching the pregame show, which it was an extended pregame show on CBS and ESPN and the NFL Network, all of it. Stidham was like the second coming of, I don't know, Roger Staubach. I mean, this kid can play. He's got an arm. This kid, there's going to be no drop. And I'm going, first of all, I'm a little skeptical, but I'll give him a chance. He makes that throw, and then again, look at him. He's smiling. He's having a good time. And then he sucked.
He did.
The rest of the game, he just flat out sucked. And he panicked and all of that stuff. And they're fortunate. I think the weather came in, or that game could have been a lot worse than it was.
Well, and again, you look at Jarrett Stidham, and I'll credit Dan Orlovsky with the film study because I saw it from him this morning on Get Up. Now, that said, I didn't watch any of the pregame coverage yesterday. I heard Kirk Cousins was really good.
Yeah, he was.
But outside of that, the idea of something that Orlovsky talked about this morning, there was a defensive player for New England that's on 3rd down when Stidham had the run to set up 4th and 1. Dude slipped, hustled, and still made the tackle.
Yeah,
didn't try to push him out of bounds. That probably was the play that decided the game. Had he not had that hustle or try for a good physical tackle, then Stidham probably picks up a 1st down there. And then who knows? And maybe that's why Sean Payton was thinking, all right, let's roll him out again, give him an RPO. But again, the defense there, big dude, hands up, coverage was solid, and it's a turnover on downs. I still, in a game like that, make it a 2-score game. Denver could have gone up 10-0. And there at Circuit, felt like, man, there were a lot of Denver Bronco fans there, more so than there was a lot of Denver fans and a lot of Seattle fans just based on gear that was there. Some L.A., obviously some New England, but overwhelmingly for the early game, a lot of Denver fans. And Sean Payton, who's had his series of horrific playoff losses in his career, can only put this loss on his decision, which he did say will probably haunt him for the rest of his life. Cut 2, Pledge.
There's always regrets. Yeah, I mean, felt like, here we are 4th and 1. We felt close enough that, and it's also a call you make based on the team you're playing and watching on the other side of the ball. So yeah, there'll always be second thoughts.
So I wonder what he means by that. Was he thinking that New England's actually going to score more points and he needs to go for the points and not the field goals instead? And then obviously, it's obvious to me. They knew bad weather was coming in, but I don't think anybody had a clue how bad it was going to be. And so I think all of those things. But look, if you make that and they end up scoring a touchdown, it's 14-0. That might have been insurmountable.
It's more the ball. We had a little bit of the breeze, so we decided in the third quarter they're getting the ball, so we decided to go into the win in the third quarter. But it picked up. Look, I know we talked a lot about footing, ball security, as the conditions changed, that became something that our players had to be, real mindful of. There were certain throws, though, that we weren't going to call. We just didn't do enough in the run game or in the pass game.
Well, the pass game, Stidham was not very accurate for the most part. So that was a problem. And look, he's a backup. He's a backup for a reason, and he hadn't played in 2 years, and I'll give him all of that stuff. And they still had a chance to win the game, but I think the weather was the factor there that made them level with the New England Patriots. Otherwise, I honestly believe I think that game's it's a 20-point margin.
If you're a Bronco fan, you're sick today with the what-if game, because if Bo Nix were playing, Denver wins that game. Weather, certainly a factor. Mike Vrabel afterwards was talking about the weather in the second half.
Well, I mean, I would say halfway through the third quarter. I think when we got that field goal, and again, wished it would have been able to be a touchdown, but it wasn't. And then, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And our defense was playing really good, and we were able to do just enough to give them a break. And even kicking the football and the operation, and I mean that stuff is things that you can't really replicate back home.
No, you can't. And look, Denver had a field goal blocked, and the Patriots just flat out missed one. So would either one of those, Denver, if memory serves, had a chance to tie that game, and that field goal was blocked, and I think New England went down and got their field goal or they missed their field goal. They were trying to take a 6-point lead, and it kept it a 3-point lead.
Well, but I look at I'm a little surprised in a game like that Stidham threw the ball 31 times. Their running back Harvey had 13 carries for 37 yards. Stidham only carried it 4. When I look at New England, Stevenson had 25 carries. Drake May carried the ball 10 times.
That's some big runs.
Huge. And that 28-yard run. So I'm a little surprised that Denver didn't try to stick more with the run game. I thought they were going to run a lot more short passing game and just not let Jared Stidham lose the game. Don't screw it up and run the ball. Or with his athletic ability, I thought he might run it a lot more with some design runs. Kind of like what you saw from Drake May and the New England Patriots.
Well,
I mean, Drake May wins the game. He threw for 86 yards.
Yeah, well, look, he didn't have a good first half, and then there was nobody throwing for anything in the second half.
No.
I mean, they just weren't. So, and New England went straight out running the football, but I think Vrabel knew, as well as his defense was playing, they had the game won. That Denver was not going to score again. It was 10-7. He had the lead. He just wanted to take shorten the game and take as much time off the clock as he possibly could. But I agree. Look, Drake May has not played well in the playoffs. He hasn't. Throwing the football. But the decisions he makes with his legs have made a hell of a difference. Made a difference with Houston. It made a difference yesterday. So he just needs to play a little bit better. At least he didn't turn the football over yesterday.
No, he didn't turn it over. And, again, when you look at some of the defenses that he has played in the playoffs, the fifth-ranked defense, the second-ranked defense, and the first-ranked defense, right? And now you're going to get Seattle's defense in the Super Bowl. I'm just glad we don't get to see Jarrett Stidham trying to go against that defense. That would have been scary. But early, and then you read that some dude put $1.1 million on the Patriots.
That is just unbelievable.
You know what? Gay for men! As a gay man, I also am gay for men.
Well, I wonder if the $1.1 million guy is gay.
I'm surprised the line's 5.
What, do you think it'd be higher?
I thought it might be higher.
See, that's what I'm thinking. And until I saw that text or tweet, nobody's going to give New England a chance to win this game.
Well,
nobody.
Just look at Seattle's offense and the points that they have been putting up.
Mm-hmm.
What Sam Darnold has been able to do.
Sure.
And completely changing the narrative around Sam Darnold. Nobody can cover JSN. The way they, just all of it.
Christian Gonzalez will have that task.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. He might be the best corner in the National Football League. Certainly up there with one of them. That kid's impressive.
Yeah.
He really is impressive. But again, Njigba's uncoverable.
Yeah.
They saw that yesterday. The Rams could not figure out where that dude was at any point in time, and he killed him. He really did kill him. So it's going to be a good Super Bowl, and obviously a lot of talk as we get closer to that. We'll be in San Francisco, the Blitz, and the Morning Huddle as well. So next week, Radio Row.
Yep.
So we'll have it all for you there and get some behind-the-scenes kind of stuff and some good guests as well. No doubt about it. It was an ice storm this weekend, and I'm glad you survived in Vegas. Glad I survived here, and it sounds like everybody else did as well. But I got a little criticism about our local news coverage.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries do happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, and strains. Bang your knee, slipping on ice this weekend, your wrist, trying to catch your fall pledge. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
We've been talking about it, but it is true now. The Super Bowl is set. The Patriots will meet the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Seahawks have opened up as a 5-point favorite. Well, according to reports, Cowboys defensive coaches have been given permission to seek other jobs and interview with new defensive coordinator Christian Parker to remain on that staff. One of those guys interviewing, defensive line coach Aaron Whitecotton, interviewing with the Titans for their vacant DC job.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Monday out there. Whatever you're doing, however you are doing it, hope you're staying warm. And I guess I should say safe, even though I don't want to say that. But I hope you're being safe. And thanks for stopping by here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
Well, you're grumpy today.
Well, I'm kind of grumpy.
You sound like a grumpy old man that's cold.
A little bit. It's cold. It's cold. That's all that it is. Nothing else?
It was icy. Roads are dangerous.
And more ice in my ice maker this weekend.
No.
I'm telling you.
No. I pulled up my security cameras, and I could see stuff in the flower beds.
Your stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There was a kid from KSAT, and I don't know what his name is or the reporter, but he was working on it. Picked up a rock.
A rock?
And says, look here, you see the glitter? And I'm looking, I no, can't really see it. But he was trying. I'll give him credit. He was trying.
Well, I mean, they sent him out to do a weather story. He had to come up with something.
I'm just saying, he said, look at this rock. See the crystals right here? And I even got up and got closer to the TV. And I'm
Did you really?
No, don't see it. Don't see it, but he was trying.
Did anybody out there have anything bad weather related? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Did you see any anybody slipping and sliding along the highways. I saw some of that today driving in.
Really?
Which 1604 281, the flyover getting on the 281 South. Car in front of me was a good distance away. You could see it was wet, which made me a little nervous, to be honest with you.
That was today?
Today.
Okay.
At noon when I was driving to work.
All right.
And car in front of me, and then all of a sudden, his back end just kind of whoop. And, if there was a car next to him, he would have hit him.
Hit that black ice.
Yeah, he hit something.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, all right, so I just, because one lane was very, very wet looking and the other lane was not. I just got in the other lane and kept going. Driving home last night, landed at 9 o'clock. And driving home, all right, let's see how bad things are going to be. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. And I drove around.
And the flyover was open. I took it. Taken it
last
twice
night?
now. Yeah.
Wow.
I was a little surprised. We're like, well, if it's open, the other cars are there. I kept waiting, and your GPS is saying, yeah, go that way. Because I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll just take like bitters or something and stay off the highway.
Yeah.
But GPS said it was open, and I was looking. I'm like, all right. And I wasn't the only one on there.
Well,
and we all survived.
That's what I'm saying.
It was cold, though.
Oh, it's cold. I will give you that. I'm just like, I know that they have to, but in the TV business, it's like, watch us or you'll die. Well, and that's the way they kind of make that. It's like, oh, be careful. Go buy all the toilet paper at H-E-B.
Now, you do see there's storms all over the country.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Some of the panic shopping isn't for the 23-hour ice event we had here, if it was even that long. But all the trucks that bring that stuff,
sure,
they might not be able to get here.
That's why you don't buy it all up.
Well, but again,
so you're happy. You've got a closet full of toilet paper, and I got nothing. You're fine with that?
For a small fee, I'll sell you a roll or three.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
But in reality, I think it's more about everything else that could go along with it, which people are going to buy it all up just to make sure they have it. Like if you started the weekend with 3 rolls, you might need. Now I think we've all discovered it. It's not all going to run out. You're going to be fine.
I think
you're going to be fine.
I think so too. Yeah.
But back when it was hard to find, well, yeah, you bought it all.
Interesting. I'm just on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and you should go there, like and subscribe our page. You can comment there. Arc9749 says it wasn't a rock, dummy. It was a chunk of hard frozen dirt. I'm not sure that's the case, Arc. I think it was a rock.
Well, Arc might
because he even said it was a rock. But Arc, are you the reporter? If you're the reporter, please let me know. 656-3776. I can be corrected, Arc.
Well, Fred Villarreal says, I saw that too. It was a block of frozen dirt.
Well, the kid called it a rock.
Well, but frozen dirt becomes a rock.
Did you see any glitter on it, Fred?
Glitter.
Any ice sparkles on there, Fred?
We did learn from Bill Taylor on Friday that Jeremy Baker gets the Kerrville assignment.
He did have that. Yeah, he was out there.
Did he pick up a clump of frozen dirt?
No, he did not. But there was actual ice on the ground in Kerrville. And he said,
where was this guy at?
He said it was so cold. I have no idea where he was. He was in San Antonio.
Oh,
he
said up frozen dirt.
Yeah, Baker says that he was his lips were so cold he couldn't hardly talk, and I believe him. So,
poor dude. Hey, Larry, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Oh, I just left my house out here at Farrell's Ranch, and we have a shady driveway, so the ice hadn't melted. We had about a quarter-inch of ice on the driveway, but once we got to the street, it was bone dry and everything. But we did spin tires getting out of the driveway on out to the street here.
Now, Larry, you're in Fair Oaks. You got a pretty long driveway, huh?
Well, pretty long. And the big thing is we got a lot of trees and it's totally shade, so the ice hadn't melted. Now I'm sitting here at Schlossky's on I-10 and Ralph Fair, and it's bone dry out here.
Yeah. Right. So once you made it out of your dangerous driveway there, you were fine, huh, Larry?
Yeah, that's it. If you got a shaded driveway, it was rugged.
Yeah,
and our patio was shaded too.
I can imagine, man.
So Jason, glad you're back in town.
I appreciate you, Larry. Enjoy your sandwich there at Schlotzsky's.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep listening to
Good
us.
sandwich. Yeah.
I did see one of my neighbors apparently didn't turn off their sprinkler system.
Well, I saw that too. One of my neighbors, and there was a lot of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rob Thompson had some water arch
Rob
at
did
his
that
house.
on purpose. Yeah, Rob's one of those dudes that does that on purpose, and he wants to,
Well,
like
it's beautiful.
Well, it is.
Now, I thought about, because, my sprinkler system does the automatic skips when you get certain weather events, and I thought about unskipping it so I wouldn't have to come to work today, because I wouldn't be able to get out of my driveway either. I'd end up, if I tried to back out of my driveway when it's icy, I'd end up at the nun's house. I got 4 nuns that live across the street from me. I'd slide right on over.
I was about to say, Rob did that so he could show a picture. Look, I can't come. Look at this.
I give Rob credit. He showed up for work today. So did A.J. Hoffman.
Because there was no reason not to.
Well, the reason we were given the option, and A.J. damn near died walking out of his house today.
Stop it.
He did. But, he put a video of it up on his Instagram page.
Well, and there you go. How good of an actor is AJ?
Piss poor. Let's see. Who's that? Puma. He said he slipped and fell a couple of times doing deliveries
in Austin.
Ice is no joke.
Right.
Yeah.
In Austin. Austin. A little bit farther north than here, obviously, but I'm talking about San Antonio. That's all.
But Pledge said he slipped.
He did? You slipped, Pledge?
Yeah, outside walking to the car the first day.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How bad? Did it hurt?
Oh, I didn't fall. I just slipped. I lost my footing.
Kind of like AJ.
I didn't fly into the bushes.
You weren't recording that, Pledge? You should have been.
I wasn't recording it.
Wow.
Did you wash your car or something to get? Pledge has more icicles hanging off of his car right now than most bushes.
No, it's that cold, I guess.
I mean, would you drive through water or something?
I haven't touched my car since Friday.
Wow. So you went home and hunkered down.
I hunkered down.
How
and
about
then
that?
I saw this morning all the icicles. I know we got all the sleet and freezing rain overnight Saturday. I'm guessing it was just leftover from that and never got warm enough to melt yesterday.
Well, that could be because it was pretty cold.
You could be like Larry. You parked in the shade.
See, I don't know about you guys. Maybe y'all can do this, and maybe it's my ADHD. I can't just sit in the house all weekend. I got to get the hell out of there and do something. I'm just not. I just can't do it.
It took an act of God for me to stay home.
Yeah, it's like I just can't do it. So I was out Saturday. And then Sunday morning went out for a little while. But because Saturday, honestly, there was nothing. Man, it was.
Well, it wasn't going to get bad till late Saturday night.
No, but I'm just saying there was nothing on TV.
Oh.
I mean, there was no sports on to speak of. You know, a little college basketball, but So, I mean, I'm like, there was nothing to do.
Well,
boring as hell.
What did you do? I mean, you got a bachelor weekend because your wife is stuck in St. Louis, can't get home. So you're by yourself.
Went out, got some lunch by myself. Sat at a watering hole and just kind of chilled there for a little bit. But even there's nothing to do because there was nothing on.
Well, I mean, you could have went and hit golf balls.
Where? It was cold as hell on Saturday, dude.
Which is why people said stay home.
Well, because it's cold, we're supposed to stay home.
We're not built for this.
Oh my gosh!
We're not built for this. Like my friends that live in the East, my buddy in New Jersey, every time we whine about cold, my buddy in Kansas City where it was like 4 degrees. I was sitting at the bar yesterday at Circa, and the guy next to me was from Cincinnati saying, yeah, I'm going to get stuck. There's no way I'll be able to fly home.
Yep. Well, I was supposed to be in St. Louis, but 20 inches of snow has caused a cancellation of my wife's flight home, so she's hoping to get back tomorrow.
Hoping to.
Yes. So, but again, I think they're used to that in St. Louis and places like that. I don't know. Hopefully they'll clear the deal, but there's got to be a backlog of flights that were canceled. There were a ton. I think Chicago got hit pretty hard, and obviously that's a pretty big hub.
Yep.
So, I don't know, Jason. I don't know, man. I just think we panic here in town, and it's okay if you panic. That's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There is.
It's called being precautious, right? Or being cautious.
So now everybody's got a closet full of toilet paper. that they didn't have to use.
Yeah, but eventually it will get used.
Well, eventually.
Eventually. Everybody's going to keep pooping. So eventually it's going to get used. And now, if you stocked up, the next couple of trips to H-E-B or Costco or Sam's, that's not going to be on your list.
Yeah, it will be. I guarantee you the next cold snap we have, if it's ice, people buy it whether they need it or not.
Well, yes, but you're always going to need toilet paper.
You're always. I got napkins. I got paper towels. I mean, you can.
Dude, you are a dude wipes guy.
And I've got those,
You're
too.
not telling me you're using a napkin or a paper towel.
Well, to start with, yeah. That's the first go-to there. And then you go
You're
to
way too sensitive for that, my
friend.
friend.
To the wet stuff. Oh, my goodness. Hey, did anybody really believe that Phillip Rivers was going to be the head coach of the Buffalo Bills? I mean, did anybody really buy that?
Sure.
You did?
He interviewed.
And then he pulled out.
He never does that.
Well, first time for everything. He certainly did on this one. We're talking about that. And a lot of NFL talk to go with that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, football's biggest game right around the corner. You can get in on all the action with Underdog right here in Texas. So if you're not on Underdog yet, you're in luck. New customers score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. And it's so much fun to play. All you have to do is go to the app, make picks on if a player will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions. Watching Drake May through this postseason, his rushing yards is certainly one that I'll be keeping an eye on, because if you get them all right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Plus, there's new promos dropping daily in the app. So if you like making picks and winning money, then Underdog is the place for you to be for the big game. What are you waiting for? Download the Underdog app today. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's Pork Rind Appreciation Day at PorkRinds.com. Hall of Famer Devin Hester and PorkRinds.com are lining up to be the heroes for the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund. Pork Rinds are the MVP of the snack aisle. Low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein. Don't settle for ordinary on game day. Visit PorkRinds.com to enter for a chance to win a 2027 Big Game Travel Package and a year's supply of rinds. Support a great cause and find your favorite rinds at PorkRinds.com. Pork Rind Appreciation Day, the crunchiest day in football.
Save on appliances at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances like Whirlpool that can keep up with your busy routine. The Home Depot has Whirlpool laundry appliances with Fan Fresh. This feature fans and tumbles your laundry after it's done to help keep your clothes fresh until you're ready to grab them. Shop now and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's officially basketball season. We'll check in on the NBA and a huge slate in college hoops.
College hoops is huge, but the Spurs headed toward a rough week. Got the Rockets on the Hornets. We'll get ready for that. All of your Super Bowl talk, and well, there's also other stuff going on. We'll keep you informed. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Let's get wild. You know, there's a basketball game going on right now. I'm not sure. Maybe that's because of the weather, Jason. I'm not sure. But it is in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Hornets are ahead of the Philadelphia 76ers, 126-87. And it's not even that close.
What?
Philly has scored 28 points in the fourth quarter to only 17 for the Hornets. And they're still up by, 39 at this point in time? I guess Philly didn't feel like playing today. That's unbelievable.
Feels like the Spurs yesterday.
I think that's what Charles Barkley's talking about when he's talking about nobody should have gone to that game. You had nothing better to do.
Well, and you know, in some of these weather games, you know, Atlanta beat Indiana 132-116 earlier today.
Oh, yeah? Why are they playing early? Just because of the weather?
Yeah.
All right.
They were canceled from yesterday.
Gotcha.
Pushed.
Okay.
Just get them in.
Get them in.
Nobody gives a damn about these games, but get them in.
Yeah, you got to have them in. That's for sure.
Sponsorship fulfillment we've got to do.
I think the Spurs thought they were supposed to have the day off yesterday.
Yeah, they could very well be. I'm not sure. Hey, it is a Mellow Monday, by the way. Our good friends at Mellow Mushroom. We got a $50 gift card to give away.
Yeah, we do.
You want to do that?
You want to do that right now?
Well, we can do it later. Get people prepared.
We can do it now. Oh, you want to tease it?
Nah, we don't have to tease it.
And give it away later?
We can do that.
I mean, it's 420. I mean.
Do it live.
Do it live?
Do it live.
Do it live.
Like, do it right now.
Let's do it right now.
Do it right now.
$50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. That's always a good thing on a Mellow Monday. Caller number.
What pledge?
Be nice to pledge now.
Oh, be nice to pledge?
I'm just saying.
So, like, caller 21?
21?
Or 12?
I like 12.
Well, in honor of Shedeur Sanders getting nominated to the Pro Bowl, and he's on the TV right now, let's go caller number 12.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. If you are caller number 12, you got a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. That is always a good thing. A lot of news going on, a lot of stuff going on in the NFL, Jason. Before we kind of get back into the off season, and God, I hate the fact that there's 2 weeks to the Super Bowl. I'll be honest with you, I hate it. It really sucks, but I guess that's just the way it's going to be. Texans could lose their quarterbacks coach, Gerard Johnson. He's interviewing with the Philadelphia Eagles for their offensive coordinator position.
You know, it is interesting, and I kind of half-assed joke about this, but watching C.J. Stroud, I'm surprised that he's getting the interviews to do that. But Philadelphia has had a lot of people withdraw from consideration for that job. And I find it fascinating. Like the Cleveland head coaching job, the number of people that have withdrawn their names for consideration of that. Like Mike McDaniel would rather be the OC with the Chargers than the head coach in Cleveland.
You know, that's pretty sad. And if you're Cleveland and or Philadelphia, you got to, especially Philadelphia. I mean, that's a good job. They got a You got a pretty good team there, but there's got to be a reason. Is it Sirianni they don't want to work for?
It's either I don't know the answer. It's all speculation, but there's been a lot of turnover in that position. Is it Sirianni? Is it Jalen Hurts? Is it all of the above? But it is interesting if you now coaches live a lifestyle where they're not in the same place for a very long time. So do you want to live there, or what's your job expectancy? Do you like where you're at now? How much is the financial difference? And in some places, your cost of living, it might be more money, but your cost of living is what it is. It's a pay cut.
Right.
Or your wife doesn't want to deal with that.
Well, Cleveland, I can see that.
Well, and again, although I look at Mike McDaniel, how much of a strategic move is this? One, he doesn't appear to be a cold weather guy, right? He always looks miserable when the Dolphins were in cold weather games.
So did the Dolphins.
Well, I mean, but again, you only get so many shots at being a head coach. If he goes somewhere like L.A. and has success, does he become not just a coaching candidate, but one that people are seeking and can command more money or wait for the right job? And you kind of look like Ben Johnson. 2 years ago, it was, everybody wanted him, but was at the right time. And then he became the number one candidate. They didn't have that this year. So, and if he goes to Cleveland and fails, which
he probably will.
Yeah. Whoever gets that job likely will be unsuccessful. Not everybody's going to pull what Stefanski did, and you get fired from Cleveland and you get hired within the same week. So Mike McDaniel has to be, I think, very careful with his next head coaching job. Is he in a position to win? Which kind of makes me a little surprising he didn't pursue Buffalo more, and unless, again, cold weather or money, or the fact that in Buffalo they have promoted their GM to also president of football operations. So the new head coach isn't going to have the same reporting system to the owner like John Harbaugh was able to negotiate with the New York Giants. Like, I know we got a GM. I don't know why Joe Shane is here. I'm not answering to you, buddy. I'm taking my problem straight to the top. Buffalo's not going to be set up that way, which makes you wonder, is it as attractive as you got Josh Allen, but how attractive is that job? I mean, even Phillip Rivers was like, yeah, I'll interview. Nah, I'm out.
But, dude, that was never serious. I mean, come on. That was just there's no way that was serious. Phillip Rivers. The guy's a high school football coach, and he wasn't that for very long. I get he's got a lot of experience in the NFL, but, I mean, to make that transition, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I just never took that as a serious interview or a serious possibility that Phillip Rivers was going to become the next head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
I mean, crazier things have happened. The fact that Phillip Rivers came back and played this year, I wonder who's going to get that job. And the fact that Josh Allen is sitting in on the interviews, which I really don't have a problem with, but I do. Like, at some point before you make the decision, do you consult with Josh Allen? But when his best friend is one of the leading candidates, you just wonder if that's actually going to work.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Jackson Dart said in the interview with John Harbaugh. So, look, I these guys have got to be happy.
I think that was more of Harbaugh wanting to meet with Jackson Dart when he was deciding if he was going to take that job, not Jackson Dart deciding, yep, this guy can coach me.
Well, I mean, who knows? I don't know. Your theory is probably correct. But if you're Josh Allen, you know you're that franchise, and you want to get it right. I mean, just remembering the Buffalo Bills losing to Denver last week and how devastated that team was. I mean, they've got to get this coaching hire right. And I think they need an offensive guy, and they need to retool that offense and fix the defense as well. But, I mean, Josh Allen's going to turn 30 this offseason. And I know that's young normally, but, you hit 30 and sometimes your best days are behind you. He wants to get it right. and hiring this head coach. I think Brian Daboll is a no-brainer to me. If he likes Davis Webb, I think you're rolling the dice there. But Daboll is you've already got a relationship there with Josh Allen, and Daboll's the one that brought Josh Allen from just a scrub at Wyoming to the quarterback that he is today.
Well, and you look at, like, that draft class was so good, yet it's Sam Darnold, the first one to get to a Super Bowl. And when you look at New England going to the Super Bowl this year, all the teams in the AFC, and with no Mahomes, Bills fans are sick. I know Texans fans are sick. And in his first year, after getting fired by Tennessee, Mike Vrabel has the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Tennessee fans were angry when he got fired, but how dumb does Amy Adams look now? You fired a coach that immediately took his next team to the Super Bowl, way ahead of schedule. Nobody expected New England to be at the Super Bowl this year. What were they, 60-1 odds or something like that?
It was out, yeah, because everybody thought they were a year or two away from putting some pieces. But, look, the Patriots spent a lot of money in free agency this year. And but it's still, I think everybody thought that they were a year away, maybe 2 years away. So I don't know. Vrabel's done a hell of a job just changing the culture there. And even Drake May after the game said as much, that they love playing for him. They love what he brings, and they love playing for him. And he even said, look, he's tough. The guy's tough, but we know he's got our best interest at heart. And so that should tell you all you need to know.
And again, I mean, the knock on this Patriots team, they had an easy schedule, and they did. Statistically, they did. You look at the quarterbacks that they faced this year, and it's a long list of, really? In the postseason, although Josh Jimenez, noted Houston Texan fan, says easiest run to the Super Bowl ever.
Really?
Yet they knocked off the Houston Texans on the way there. And the Texans, you have to give New England credit for winning out. All the games are in front of them. You can't be mad at a team like that for their easy schedule. And an analogy I used the other day in arguing and defending New England in their schedule, they're still going to the Super Bowl. They're winning the playoff games. Go look at some of these high school teams. They're in a weak-ass district, and they blow everybody out, and then they get to the second or third round of the playoffs where they actually have to play a real team, and then they get their door smoked, right?
Yeah.
If New England was a bad football team, despite having their easy schedule, once they got to the playoffs, it should have changed. Houston should have beaten them with their defense. They couldn't get it done. It's not like, well, C.J. Stroud was just bad in that game, but New England forced some of those turnovers. You can't fault a team for getting to the Super Bowl. The season is way too long for somebody to trip into a lucky win week in and week out, especially in the postseason.
Well, they made NFL history.
Yeah.
Only team ever to go 9-0 on the road this year. So if that's an easy schedule, so be it. I don't know. It's the Buffalo Bills couldn't get past Denver in Denver, but New England did. And I just think I'm with you. I get it. You played everybody that was in front of you. If that's the easiest way to get it, so what? When they're holding up a trophy, if they get that opportunity, is anybody going to give a damn? What are we going to put an asterisk by that Super Bowl win? Wow, that was such an easy schedule that, anybody could have done that.
And again, it's the playoff games that they had to win. There's some fan bases out there like Buffalo. Buffalo probably has to be the sickest because
without a doubt,
they were expected to be in the Super Bowl this year, and that was going through a healthy Mahomes and in a healthy Lamar Jackson and all the teams that you thought would be there. Sure, they played a C.J. Stroud and a Jarrett Stidham. You can't apologize for winning. Sam Darnold, all the negative things that were said about that guy. Minnesota, do you think they're sick there? That
They should be. They should be.
I mean.
Yeah. I bet Justin Jefferson is sick.
I mean, think about Vrabel in his first year has his team in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold, his first year in Seattle, has a team in the Super Bowl. Tank Lawrence, his first year out of Dallas, and Tank Lawrence is going to the Super Bowl, something he talked about as soon as he arrived in Seattle.
You know, Dallas is my home. I made my home there. You know, my family lives there. You know, I'm forever going to be there, but, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. We here.
We here. Well, that wild because, you know, there was another DeMarcus that left and won a Super Bowl outside of Dallas.
Yeah. DeMarcus Ware.
So
went to Denver.
Could be the second DeMarcus to get out of Dallas and win a Super Bowl. That's certainly possible.
Now, Tank Lawrence almost cost the Seahawks when he couldn't bring down Matthew Stafford.
That was a great play by Stafford.
It was, but for Stafford to run, and Tank Lawrence isn't a little small defensive back that was making a business decision. He got trucked by Matthew Stafford. Took off his fanny pack, his hand warmer thing, but Stafford knew he had to get that first down. DeMarcus Lawrence knew he had to keep him from getting that first down, and Stafford won that one-on-one battle. I mean, that was some grown man play by Matthew Stafford. And had the Rams won that game, that play by Matthew Stafford would be the one that everybody is showing on all the highlights, and that would have been Tank Lawrence going, I couldn't bring that quarterback down in that situation.
That was a great play by Stafford. Look, that game was sensational yesterday. I mean, it truly was sensational. The Rams and the Seahawks back and forth, but every game they played this year was just like that. Very close, down to the wire, and that's the way that it goes. So, fantastic football game. The other one, well, the weather kind of screwed that up for me a little bit.
You're just mad because you lost a bet.
Well, I lost both bets.
It was entertaining.
I actually lost both bets yesterday. Yeah. Had New England -4. They lost. And the Rams +2.5. It happens that way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It does. See, now, if I had a wife who was a Seattle fan and I was forced to bet on Seattle, then, I'd probably be happy today. So, but I don't. So next time Seattle plays, maybe Super Bowl, just have Joanna call me, will you?
Yeah.
And tell me you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah. I won money yesterday. Pretty happy about it.
Did you give it to your wife?
She made her own bets.
Very good. Very good. Spurs were terrible last night.
That's what we want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Seattle?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Let's talk about the Spurs, the softies.
Well, they admitted what we all know. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Obviously, with the freezing temperatures, if you're having any issues at your house with your heater or your plumbing, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission, sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attention Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars are breaking out of their January slump. Jason Minix here. Join the Blitz Tuesday at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Stick around to watch the Stars take on the St. Louis Blues and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. The Stars are entering the home stretch chasing the cup, getting healthy, and one of the best teams in the Western Conference. So come out to McIntyre's North Star location tomorrow night for your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game and register for the Fly Away with the Stars to Philly. Stars and Blues. Puck drops Tuesday at 7. See you at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly, Fort Worth, Texas.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Appliance savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest models serving up ice in all kinds of styles: cubed, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. Shop savings and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, we are out and about tomorrow, and we'd like for you to join us as well. We're going to be at McIntyre's, the North Star location tomorrow, all for you hockey fans. Yeah, whether you're a hockey fan or not, you need to make plans to come join us. But the Dallas Stars are breaking out of their January slump, and tomorrow the Blitz is going to be at McIntyre's, the North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. While you're there, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia on March 29th. Flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, hotel. You got to be 21 or higher to enter. Plus, of course, you're going to be able to win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game. Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Make plans to come see us tomorrow at McIntyre's, the North Star location.
Yep, register for the flyaway and your chance to win some cool Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like that jersey. It's on the video that's on all our Sports Star socials, hats, T-shirts. Ryan Engel's going to become a hockey fan.
I am.
He's going to learn, like,
Beer Santa.
I can tell you to puck off, and that's acceptable.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Mhm.
Puck off. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Huh. How about that?
Good hockey terminology.
Yeah, puck off.
Mm-hmm.
You need to enunciate that a little bit harder.
Puck off. Puck. Pledge trying to get me in trouble over here.
He really is.
Yeah, I think he is.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, odd day that Pledge is not wearing a bow tie.
Just protecting all of us.
Well, good for you, Pledge. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep. The Spurs might as well have been playing on ice yesterday because their shooting was ice cold.
I see what you did there.
It was
very
bad.
good. Yeah.
But I'm flying back from Vegas last night. Checked the score and was like, what the puck is going on with this basketball team? I couldn't. And then they go on a long run at the beginning of the fourth, and now it's a game. Thought, all right, they're going to wake up, play one quarter of basketball, and get a win against a bad basketball team. And they didn't. They didn't. And I think really you get an admission from Mitch Johnson. It's something that we've all known. It's something that we've talked about.
Yep.
They're soft. And Mitch Johnson admits that last night.
We've gotten a lot of feedback recently from how teams have played us, and that is definitely going to be, it feels like an approach from other teams. And then some teams, New Orleans has been doing that as of late recently, just as their style of play and their brand of basketball, and it served them well. And so it's going to be something that we're going to have to step up in.
Yeah. It's a lot of feedback they've been getting.
Yeah,
from,
how do they get that feedback?
I am not sure.
Like after the game, does Mitch send a survey to the opposing coaching staff? Are you soft, 1 to 10, 12?
Do you think we're soft? Right? Is that how you prepared for us? We're soft. I don't know.
Hey, can I borrow your scouting report? So this is what you guys really think of us, huh?
Wow.
Clearly, the soft word, which I hate using talking about pro athletes, but it is what it is, has made its way to the Spurs locker room. Devin Vassell says, we don't want to be known as a soft basketball team.
Especially when it comes to the physicality. Just not letting it feel like you're getting punked. And I feel like that's kind of how the teams come in. They're like, we come in, we can be more physical than them. And that's just not what you want. You don't want to be a team that's looked at as being soft. So I think that's just the biggest thing is coming in knowing that that's how teams are. They're not going to out-talent us. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. It's just we got to sit there and be more physical. And that's just the key to it, truthfully.
I think he's right. He's absolutely right. And the one thing that Devin Vassell has been able to do is sit on the bench for a while and watch this team play. And I think he knows. And that's how teams are playing the Spurs now. Some are successful at it, some are not. But and there's nothing wrong with this necessarily. But the Spurs are a finesse team. That's what they do. They want to out-athlete you. They want to out-shoot you from the three-point line. And that's what they do. But they're not a bang it inside type of club. They're just not. And I think teams are seeing that. I mean, look, coaches around the NBA are not stupid. You see that, hey, this is how we beat that team. They're a very talented team, but if we go in there and bully them, we can win.
Well, and again, I think part of that, down low in the physical play there, but even Devin Vassell said, some of it's just hustle play and just fighting for a rebound.
It's just a mental thing. We just got to go in knowing that's how teams are going to approach it. We knew that's how New Orleans was going to play this game, and if they were going to win this game, it was going to be because they were crashing the glass and being more physical. That's exactly what they did. So just going forward, we just got to have that mindset. We can't be kind of a finesse team or somebody who's just going to let somebody just get pushed around and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying have a hard foul and hurt nobody, but at the end of the day, we got to show that, like, we're here. So just eliminating all these offensive rebounds, and I had a couple to where I just got to hit somebody and make sure that they don't get that. As long as I don't get the rebound, they don't get the rebound. Somebody else will. So coming back, it was good. Obviously, I wish it would have went a different way, but that's the NBA, and that's how. I mean, we're about to play Houston. Houston's another team that plays just as physical as them, maybe even more. So we got to be ready for that.
Got to be ready for that. And he's right. Although they played Houston well the other night in Houston. Problem is they let them get back in that game and actually win it because Houston got a little more physical with them.
And again, apparently the feedback says that, the post-game survey. It's almost, Mitch, like he found the scouting report that the other team left in a locker room or something. But it is an admission. The trade deadline is right around the corner. Do you think the Spurs now at this point make a move to try to bring somebody in that can add a little bit of toughness? Because right now, this team with their physical play, knowing how physicality gets ramped up in the postseason, screams a second round out. Get pushed around and bounced. And do you wait for the offseason to try to make a move to fix that glaring missing person on the roster? Because I still think they need a sharp-shooting 3, a good 3-and-D guy. But I'm almost wondering now, maybe they do need to bring in somebody that can provide a little bit more physicality and offer other things on the court as well. I mean, because they've got a Jeremy Sohan that could be the physical guy. He just doesn't fit in anything else that they do, so he's not getting minutes anymore. But do the Spurs make a move before the deadline to try to compete this year, or is that a next year problem because they seemingly are already ahead of schedule for a group that doesn't skip steps?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens the rest of the season and if they can adjust to the way teams now are going to play them, because they're going to. Not every team is going to be capable of doing that. There are only certain teams that are going to be capable of pushing them around and bullying them. But it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out the rest of the season now that the rest of the league knows their secret. Look, I just look at guys like Robert Horry comes to mind. You got both. A guy that's not afraid to bang, but he can shoot the 3. Now, I don't know if Robert Horry's out there somewhere. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But I'm saying that's the style of player. I always look at a Steven Adams. I would have loved to have seen a Steven Adams come to San Antonio somehow, some way. That would have been a great protector for Victor Wembanyama, a great protector, and a guy that's going to bang and not let you, just waltz your way into the paint and do whatever you want to do. So it's going to be interesting to see, Jason, especially from here on out, how the Spurs team adjusts to what teams are doing to them. Because, look, they shoot threes all they want to, and I want a comment on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page saying they just need to shoot better. Well, that's easy to say.
Yeah.
You're taking 53s a night. Chances of you shooting and making 25 of them are pretty slim and none.
When you look at, to your point there, live by the 3, die by the 3. I don't know if this is a good enough three-point shooting team to have that philosophy. They don't have Steph Curry. And I see some comments about, an Antoine Carr type of player. Earlier I mentioned, we need somebody on this Spurs roster that was similar to what Tim had with a Thiago Splitter or Fabricio Roberto. And that's great. Who in the NBA right now, all you listeners that are smarter GMs than Brian Wright, who is the one guy that you would say, this guy, if the Spurs could go land him, would be a difference maker for this year's Spurs team? Could give me names from the 90s or the early 2000s. Who do you think, one, is tradable, that the Spurs would go after? Either put them in the comments there on YouTube or 210-656-ESPN. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about it, and I'd have to research. And that's something I would like to do as the trade deadline approaches, by the way. Would they be? Now, reports have surfaced, rumors have surfaced again about Giannis. And Giannis is a great player, but I don't think that would be not a fit here. Of course he would be. He's a great player. But I don't know that I want Giannis, to be honest with you.
If the Spurs could somehow pull off a trade for Giannis, I think we'd all be celebrating. How it would work, how it would fit, what it would cost is what would scare me.
Mm-hmm.
And when those rumors first started, I don't want to get myself overly excited about something I don't think will happen. And I think the same would be said today. I don't think Giannis ultimately is going anywhere. But if you could add a player like that at this point, then you do. But what is it going to cost you? And it just doesn't feel like something the Spurs would do. And quite frankly, I don't think Giannis wants to leave Milwaukee. And if he does, I still think he'll end up in New York. Knicks, Nets, I don't think it matters. East Coast, big market, that's where I think he would end up. But I think to get him would cost so much. In the long run, it wouldn't be worth it. So don't get too worked up over Giannis. I'm not going to let myself get worked up over Giannis. They're going to make a move, their MO, a sneaky good move, not a star player that can come in and do the dirty work. That's fully what I expect this Spurs team to do at the deadline.
Well, let's hope so, because they certainly could use a little toughness. There's no doubt about it. Spurs back in action on Wednesday night. They got to go back to Houston and take on the Rockets. It's a 2-game road trip. They go from Houston to Charlotte. And I don't know if this means anything, but Charlotte was just beating the hell out of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
I mean, roasting them today.
Well, and I hope this is one of those fake troll accounts on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Rebecca, I hope you're not real Rebecca. It says trade counsel for Anthony Davis.
No. I'd like to have a player, Rebecca, that actually plays. AD does not play. He sits the bench more than he plays, and I don't want to do that, especially for a Steph Castle. Gilbert says he keeps seeing Trey Murphy, and I've seen that too. Now Trey Murphy can shoot. He is a shooter. He's kind of that 3-and-D guy that you're talking about. So we'll see if they can work a deal or not. But I think, to everybody's question about Jeremy Sohan, he is a tougher guy, but I think he's part of any trade if the Spurs go that way. And I don't think he's long for this team otherwise, because I just don't think he fits what Mitch Johnson's idea of this team is, and I just don't think Jeremy fits into that.
Yeah, Lauri Markkanen's obviously getting mentioned on our YouTube, which is no surprise. Sohan and picks for Naz Reid. Pirtle would be great on this team. Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps. That poor guy, you don't hear much about him anymore, do you?
No,
you really don't.
So it means he could be a future Spur.
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe he could be. Who knows? I don't know. Something I want to talk about, Minix, and it's kind of sad in a way. Terry Bradshaw, did you hear what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Let's get into that when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to talk to you, though, about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. I love talking about Stevens Roofing, family-owned company, local company, a company, y'all, that's been in business in this area, in San Antonio, since 1983. Now, that should tell you everything you need to know about Stevens Roofing and how they do business. Obviously, they do it the right way, because you just don't stay in business that long if you're not doing it the right way and you are taking care of your customers. And now Stevens Roofing has added solar to what they do. Stevens Roofing and Solar, if you've been thinking about solar panels, now's the perfect time to do that. Get it done. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Tell them what you want to do. If you've got an idea of what you want to do, tell them. And they'll come back and they'll give you some suggestions, and they'll put something together that you are going to fall in love with. And it's Stevens Roofing and Solar, so they're going to do it right. Look, if you think you've got some problems with your roof, maybe the rain over the weekend, the ice, whatever the case may be, if you think it damaged your roof and you want it checked out, call Stevens Roofing. They'll come out and they'll check your roof for free, and they'll let you know if everything is okay or if there's some situation that needs to be repaired. Either way, you can trust Stevens Roofing and Solar. 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
What's wrong, Cupid?
Lost my mojo. These arrows just don't work like they used to. The facts are people fall in love thanks to Connecticut, not poor old Cupid.
You don't say.
Oh, absolutely. Look over there. She's got silky smooth hair thanks to a Connecticut water softener. He's got softer skin and cleaner clothes, and now they're all lovey-dovey. Makes me sick.
Don't feel bad, Cupid. You still have your bow and arrow.
I know a Connecticut runs on kinetic energy like my bow and arrow. There's no computer to break. A Connecticut has it all.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country.
You know, you're right. I love my Connecticut too. My diapers never looked so white. And my wings, oh, I look good.
Cupid, you can always come to work for me, but you're going to have to wear pants.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If your dog goes wild at the doorbell, it's time for a new game plan. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits is coaching up new pups and current MVPs with professional training sessions. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298. Call them today.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Genius move by your Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles requested to interview Cowboys offensive coordinator Klayton Adams for their OC vacancy, but the Cowboys, well, they denied the request, seeing it as a lateral move. Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what is described as minor preventative foot surgery this week. He will be limited in offseason workouts, school announced on Friday, but he is expected to return for spring practice.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
So happy you made it through the weekend. It is Monday, and we're reacting to another great Sunday of NFL football, that is for sure. And, well, I hope you made it through the ice storm, the Ice-mageddon, as I'm calling it right now, I guess. And you made it through, and everybody's Everybody's happy and ready for the new week. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
I'm curious if anybody is stuck in traffic right now, although is there traffic to be stuck in, and how are the roads?
I don't think there's any traffic to be stuck in. There might be.
Well, everybody had a free day off today. I mean,
I know
they're at the store.
I know it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's light. Coming to work today, it seemed pretty light, a lot lighter than normal, especially on Parent Vital where, it always gets crowded.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think a lot of people taking the day off. I know schools were out today. Not sure if they're going to reopen tomorrow.
They better.
Yeah.
Although, let me ask you this, though. I do think a lot of businesses like ours, now we're here working, slaving away. But when you look at with schools out, I understand a lot of businesses saying, all right, you got to be home with your kids. So everybody got to work from home, or not everybody, but, a lot of places decided to go work from home to follow suit with the schools. But isn't tomorrow going to be just as cold as today?
Well, it's going to be cold, but I think they figured all the ice will be gone. And I don't think
it was gone today.
But I know that, but I don't think it's the cold weather. I mean, we got to do stuff in the cold weather. We're not going to cancel stuff because of cold. I think it was because of the ice, and people were afraid that there was still ice on the highways and stuff, and well, they just wanted to make sure the kids were safe.
I know Eagle fan says he's in traffic on 281 wearing a robe.
Well, that's a fake Eagle fan, I think. Yeah.
Aren't they all?
Well, I'm not sure what's real anymore or what's not when it comes to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We need like a code or something that the fakes don't know about. We'll see what we can come up with. But anytime they say they're wearing a robe, I'm pretty sure that's a fake. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
Clifton said he just got home from work. Absolutely no traffic.
None. I honestly think that's the way that it is. So a lot of people with a day off today. And if little public service there, is school in tomorrow? I would assume it is. I hope so. We can't give these little rugrats another day off.
Why not?
Now, come on. If we got to work, so do they. These kids, man.
Pledge, can you go ask the people over at KTSA News if there's school tomorrow?
Oh, now, Fred Villarreal on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page said some of the cancellations were due to lack of heating in SAISD.
Which, again, it's going to be cold tomorrow.
Yeah, well, if there's a lack of heating, I can certainly understand that. But if it was just the threat of ice and slick streets, then I think that had to be a part of it too, right?
Supposedly. I mean, I'm looking at what this forecast was. We had Bill Taylor from Ken's TV on twice last week, once on Wednesday and once on Friday for the latest. And Bill Taylor nailed this forecast of when it was going to arrive and when it was going to kind of clear up and be okay. So based on everything that Bill was telling us for a week, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, it was that was the ice event. By Sunday afternoon, roads were clear. I landed last night at 9 o'clock. Driving home, I could take the flyovers. Those roads were open and no issue. So I was surprised to see the schools, unless they were just anticipating there was just going to be it was going to be worse than it was. According to my essay, San Antonio schools planning to resume class Tuesday after winter closures.
Yeah,
I just don't know how you get a
smart.
snow day when there's no snow.
Well, it's an ice day.
Well, there was no ice.
Ice apocalypse. Well, there was some ice.
Not today.
Look,
that was yesterday.
I've been critical of people that panic a little bit, but I guess safer, better safe than sorry. And have a day off. It's good for the kids. The adults get the day off too, or work from home pass, so they can take care of the kids. I get it. It's okay. But school's reopening tomorrow. I think that's appropriate because I don't think there's any rain in the forecast, even though it's going to, again, get down in the 20s tonight. It's going to be cold when you wake up. Bundle up and rub some dirt on it. Get over it.
I know. It's according to my phone, it's 38 degrees right now. 6 o'clock when we get off of work, it will be 36 degrees.
Yeah.
And
what's the
be
low?
down to 26 at midnight.
Low is
19.
Wow, 19 degrees. Huh?
19.
All right.
I wonder what the feels like temperature is going to be. Although
19.
I don't think I'll be outside if I get there.
19 is what the feels like will be.
Fred
Good.
Villarreal says it was Snow and Ice Day in honor of the Dallas Stars promo.
Ah.
See, that's it. Again, it's cold outside. Feels like good hockey weather. Tomorrow, Blitz is going to be live out at McIntyre's, the North Star location, with our friends from Flight by Yingling. And then we're going to stick around to a Dallas Stars watch party as they play St. Louis. Flight's doing a flyaway trip to go watch the Stars play in Philadelphia. You can register tomorrow.
How cool is that?
It's very good. 2 tickets to the game, 2 airplane tickets, 1 hotel room. Must be 21 to enter. It's going to be a blast. Plus, we got a lot of Dallas Stars gear, their jerseys. We'll give away some T-shirts and some hats tomorrow out at McIntyre's North Star. That's
going to be fun. I've never been to McIntyre's. Looking forward to going out there. Hear some good things about it.
I've not been there either.
So make plans to come on out, and especially try to register to win that trip. My goodness, how much fun would that be? Flying to Philadelphia to see the Stars take on the Flyers, and you can wear your gear that you won.
Yeah, and the good news is the trip is in March. The weather will be much better. So
it will be.
You couldn't pay me money right now to be in New Jersey or New York or Philadelphia with the blizzard they have. And I say that because my buddy Brian from New Jersey just texted, you guys are a bunch of wimps. He's dealing with 15 inches of snow.
Well, exactly. And my wife is dealing with 20 inches of snow.
In St. Louis.
In St. Louis.
She's stuck.
She's stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a flight tomorrow, so hopefully she can get out of there and come on home. But so she got a work from home pass, I guess, so she's working in St. Louis.
Now, on our YouTube page, Nunez says, just received notice from SAISD that schools will have a delayed start time of 10 a.m.
That's fair enough.
Here's the thing. You know where your kids go to school? Check with them.
Yeah.
Don't believe somebody on YouTube. Not that I don't think they're wrong, but I haven't seen anything. When you don't have kids in school, stuff like this just doesn't even cross your mind.
Of course. Well, that's true. And but it's kind of nice that the traffic is,
Yeah.
Because during the summertime when the kids are not in school, it's awesome every day.
Exactly.
So it's fantastic. Now, Antonio, on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube, asking if Beer Santa's going to be there tomorrow. And then I would say, yeah, he is, of course.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be there.
Unless he's stuck.
No, he's not stuck.
He was in Wisconsin last week.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that, right?
Because Yingling is now available in Wisconsin, so he was out there working.
Wow.
I assume he'll get back. If not, the flight crew will be there.
They'll be there.
Yeah, the samples will be there.
Yes, and the stuff.
Yes.
All of that stuff will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. No doubt about it. So looking forward to that tomorrow. McIntyre's the North Star location. When we come back, let's talk a little football or play our Super Bowl. Let's talk a little Terry Bradshaw. Can we do that?
Sure.
I want to make you cry, Minnick.
Oh, stop.
Oh, my gosh. Get your
Come
Kleenex ready if there's any left over there. I don't know.
It's just used
Maybe
toilet
not.
paper.
Yeah, used toilet paper, whatever. We're talking about that. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In today's AI world, you can't trust with your own eyes everything that you see. You got to stop and ask, is this real? Well, getting your health real and fixed, you can do that with Synergenics and Low T Center because that is what they do. They are experts and can change your life for the better. That is very, very real. So if you've been suffering from the symptoms of low testosterone, you're constantly tired, lack of focus, you're just feeling off, Synergenics and Low T Center, you're going to go there. You're going to meet with a real provider, not a chatbot on a website. And they are experts at offering superior medication, service, and support. And they've been doing this for well over a decade. Very, very real. It all starts with a simple test, which is free, a free TRT test at the center. They have an on-site lab. That means you get your results in about 20 minutes. And if you need it, you can start treatment that day. So you don't have to wait for days like at other places to get those test results and then figure out how you're going to start your treatment. You're going to get started if you need it right away. Then you get to choose. Do you want to be treated in the center or get at-home treatment? Very real, very convenient. And it's not just for men. Ladies, they have a women's hormone test as well. And for a limited time, that test is only $99. Normally, it's $299, so you can save $200. You want to change your life for the better? Get real about it. Centergenics and Low T Center. Start by going to their website, getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway. Brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Start the year in dry at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. All Silverado 1500s get 1.9% financing plus an additional $1,250 trade-in rebate. Or buy a new Colorado for only $28,999. And the affordable Trax is only $346 a month with zero down. Plus, all heavy duties have 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Celebrate the 17th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day with PorkRinds.com and NFL legend Devin Hester. We're teaming up to support the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund, helping retired players get the medical care they deserve. Want to get in the game? Visit PorkRinds.com to play their Crunch Time Hero game and enter daily to win a trip to the 2027 big game in LA, plus a year's supply of pork rinds. Grab the perfect low-carb snack and be your own Pork Rind Appreciation Day hero today at PorkRinds.com.
Score big with LS Tractors at Dietz Tractor in Seguin, the MVPs of the field. LS Tractors, the star quarterbacks of farming, perfect for tough tasks for farm, ranch, and landscaping. Dietz Tractors has your all-star coaching staff for top-notch equipment. They're not just selling tractors, they're building lasting relationships with unmatched dealer support for parts and maintenance. It's a winning strategy that goes beyond the final whistle. Don't miss the game-winning move. 0% financing available with approved credit on LS Tractors. Start blue, stay blue at Dietz Tractor in Seguin.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This is AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6 for the perfect ride to work on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, back here on the Blitz on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1. Happy to have you along this afternoon. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing, if you had the day off or you're working from home, whatever, congrats. You're off. You're done. It's all done.
Work from home.
Work from home.
We had the option to work from home and came to work.
Well, I think the fellas in the morning kind of set the bar. And I was, to be honest with you, when we talked earlier about what we were going to do, I'm like, it would be very hard for me to justify not coming into work when there's not a cloud in the sky and it's just cold.
Well, it is cold. It is cold.
Pledge had to come regardless.
Well, I mean, now granted, when you're given the option, but my wife is also working from home today.
Well, you could have come to my house. There's nobody there.
Well, you didn't say that was an option.
Well, it wasn't an option because we were coming into work.
Yeah.
We needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Got to set an example, Minix. I mean, we're company guys. Got to set an example for everybody.
What are you trying to become employee of the week?
No, that will never happen. I promise you. Not at all. But yeah, we need to set an example. I'm glad we came in here. It would have been hard for me to justify staying at home.
Well, we'd just make fun of everything. Now, had we done that, I would certainly have a rack of ribs or some beef ribs. Oh, beef ribs. That's good cold weather.
Well, you can't cook those tonight, can you?
Well, no. I mean, but if I were working from home.
Well, that's true.
9 hours on the smoker?
That would have been great. And I'd have stayed for dinner.
You would have stayed for dinner because you're bacheloring this week.
I am.
Your wife is stranded in St. Louis.
Stranded in St.
Louis.
My goodness. They had it pretty bad there. It was crazy.
Well, and we had some friends that went to the Broncos-Patriots game yesterday. Old Gillespie, who we refer to a lot, she's a Patriots fan, one of her many flaws. And she texted her, they're stuck. Her and John are stuck in Denver. They can't get home.
Another worse places to be stuck. Denver's a nice town.
Yeah, except when you're stuck.
Right. Well, true. I mean, if you don't have a choice, that's for sure. But
well, and if it's that bad, are you able to do anything but hang out at the house that you're staying at or the hotel? Where I know they have some friends there. I don't know if they're staying with their friends or in a hotel, but I remember during the ice storm in 2021, it was expensive being stuck in Florida because the hotels know that you have no choice. You want to stay? Here's the rate.
Exactly. And that sucks.
And then you got to figure out laundry.
But either way, well, if you had a hotel, they can take care of that.
Sure,
for you.
and they did. For a small fee. Well,
yes.
Well, then my wife went shopping.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get
that's
new stuff.
even better.
Well, not really.
Well, of course.
Again, it's expensive to get stranded. It's cool to miss all the crap, but it's expensive to get stranded somewhere.
Well, I like it. So when you go on a trip, Minix, like you did this weekend in Vegas, and you come home and your living room is underwater.
Yep, that was fun.
So your wife's going to get a whole new furniture set out of that.
She is.
So that's awesome.
She's been talking about wanting to get new living room furniture. We've lived in the house 6 years.
Now, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist.
You think
she loosened that?
You think that she did that?
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get this process started.
Mm-hmm. You've met my wife, right?
Yes, I have.
And she wants a new couch. We're getting a new couch. It doesn't matter. I'm surprised after she said that the other day that we don't already have one.
Well, you will, and I'm sure there'll be pictures when you get home of the ones that she wants.
It's possible. I mean, again, all of us married guys, as I say this, understand.
Yes.
I just have to be agreeable because I really don't have a choice. I mean, I'll be included in the process, but I don't, I think, really have a choice.
Well, be included in the process is kind of like, hey, do you like this one? And whether you say yes or no, it doesn't matter. If she likes it, that's the one you're getting.
Well, and unless I really, for whatever reason, don't like it. Yeah, you're right. Whatever she wants is what we're going to end up with.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you want it or not, or, I mean.
And quite honestly, I don't even know that I want to be a part of the process. I mean, furniture shopping?
No.
That seems awful.
I hated that. When I first moved in with Maggie, we did that. All new furniture in the living room.
Yeah.
And it's a real pain in the ass.
And is there anything in there that you picked out? No. The answer is no.
Well, I'm trying to think.
The answer is no.
I'm trying to think. Maybe
the answer is no.
The color?
No.
No. Probably not.
No.
Doesn't matter.
No. You just agreed to it.
Definitely didn't pick out the price.
Well,
no.
I didn't pick that out either.
No.
No. So, but it looks great. And It's comfortable, so it's all good. Speaking of comfortable on my couch, I'm on the couch yesterday, Minix, and I'm watching football, and I'm watching the halftime show on Fox, and I got very sad.
Sad? Why were you sad?
Well, Terry Bradshaw, I like the guy. I've done a couple of events with the guy. He's a very nice guy. And, well, it might be time to hang it up.
The interception by Christian Gonzalez late in that game was the difference maker, and he spoke with Christina Pink right afterwards.
Christian, no stranger to making big plays, but to steal this win and a trip to the Super Bowl with that late game interception, how are you able to get it done?
Man, just trusting the game plan and the call. Went up, saw the ball in the air, and at that point, it's whoever ball wants to go get it. So saw it and went and got it.
All right, congrats. We'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
You know what, Sam Darnold, they turned him loose in the first half. Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator for Seattle. I think he said, I can trust him with the football today. 209 yards passing and a touchdown in the first half. Sam Darnold is playing great football for Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, he is. We thought we were talking about the first game, but it's okay because it was a great first game. I think whoever is going to play either one of these teams, I think the Patriots are going to have their hands full with either one of these teams, but you never know. As we see today, second-year quarterback back in the Super Bowl for the Patriots, 12th Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. It's going to be a good one.
And also, no turnovers for Sam Darnold. That's huge.
Well, I'm glad that they went in, and Gronk's added his 2 cents, and they're all trying to protect Terry Bradshaw. But they just got done with an interview with Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback for the New England Patriots. That's the game they were talking about. By the way, Gonzalez that was the easiest interception he's ever had in his life.
A gift,
I promise you. And then just bam, without missing a beat, Bradshaw goes right into Sam Darnold.
Now, the analysis was spot on.
Yeah, it was.
And sharp. He sounded more coherent than Strahan, by the way.
Well, Strahan was shocked, I think. It was like, wait a minute, what the hell are we doing here?
But working on the fly is part of it. I can only hope. Now, Bradshaw's had some moments this year that he was having trouble hearing, and maybe on his rundown pages, they always see him up there with pages. He was on the wrong page and thought coming out of the package, the recorded interview in the TV world, they call that a package. They were coming out of that sound and straight to him. He knew that, and I'm just hoping he couldn't hear it and had no idea what was going on. Maybe there was no monitor there that clearly showed that they were talking to a Patriots player, and he just went with what he thought he was supposed to be doing next.
I hope that's the case.
But the fact that Strahan was like, dude, but nobody stopped him, in the middle of it.
No.
Dude, man, wrong game. We're talking about this one.
Yeah,
no excuse. Maybe there was something in his hot cocoa, something. But there are times, and you see this, and you probably know from all your years in TV, there are probably times when your ear monitors are out, and you're waiting for the cameraman just point at you, and you just assume you're live.
Yes.
And you have no idea if you are or not, and you're just talking to the camera because you were told, go, right?
What do you think? Marcus would never do that to me, point at me and not really be live? But, in that case, but in that case, you know what the hell they're talking about. You've given the anchor a good cue and they know you can't hear, so they're not asking you any questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would assume that Terry had to have known. Even if nobody's if you're listening, was he not listening?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe his ears were out and he didn't know. He didn't hear the package, and if he's on the wrong page on his run sheet, thinking, all right, well, they're going to come out of this, they're going to point at me, and I'm going to talk about the quarterback play.
Well, I'm assuming, though, when they went to Christina Pink for that recorded interview, he knew they were going to Christina Pink. Even if he couldn't hear, he's got guys there on the set, I don't know, like we're talking at a bar.
Do you pay attention in every production meeting? No.
Sure. Of course. We have so many of those.
I don't. It's certainly bad, but I'm waiting for the Fox announcers or PR to put out a statement that said that there was a technical issue and He was confused at where they were in the show.
Well, I mean, that could very well be. But I think Strahan was confused as well, and it just confused everybody. But, good for Gronk there at the end before they went to a break. Yeah, Darnold's great. This blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
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 Because I kind of think Gronk is lost sometimes, too, to be honest with you.
Live TV is hard.
Well, it is hard, especially when you're doing it for that long. But, I mean, the difference between me and them, Minix, they actually have people talking to them. They got people doing their makeup. They got people pointing the way to go, people handing them paper, telling them which way they're going now and what to do. I had to do all that myself. Every bit of it.
I mean, that's the difference between being a local guy and a national guy.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
I should have been a national guy.
Because you're Ron Burgundy, you'll read what's in front of you, just like Terry Bradshaw might have been doing.
Maybe so. And we didn't think about that. Maybe the prompter was screwed up.
Could the prompter?
That's possible. That's possible. Huh. Oh, so we're giving Terry the benefit of the doubt here?
I'm saying he sounded coherent.
He did.
I was on a plane last night, and I missed that part. I think they were serving more beer at that point. So I didn't see the halftime. So when you sent, oh, no, what happened to Terry Bradshaw, I was expecting something far worse. His analysis was spot on. It just was in the wrong part of the show.
Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it was the prompter. It could have been a variety of things. But you're right. He did sound coherent, and what he had to say was spot on about Sam Darnold's performance in the first half. I mean, the guy was sensational, but so was Matt Stafford. I mean, they were both fantastic in that game. So, all right, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Although Fox's last game, so.
Well, it is. So we get Tirico and Collinsworth for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yay.
Maybe we'll hear that he had a stomach bug, like Tony Romo did.
Oh, pretty good. And it's funny because Romo didn't get hammered this week, but it was just like the article I read was like, well, they didn't embarrass CBS, so CBS ought to be happy.
Dude. The Romo hate's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Stop it.
People hate him now as much as they did when he was a Cowboy.
No, that's damn near impossible.
I'm telling you, man, it's unbelievable. Good football yesterday. I know we're going to talk a lot of Super Bowl minutes, but I can't help it. New England has no chance, do they?
No chance whatsoever.
I got him, folks. You see that? Boom. Exactly what I wanted to do, Terry Bradshaw.
You say you got him. I got you. You know what I just got an email confirming?
What?
One of your favorite players.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh. And who would that be?
Next Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific, so 3 o'clock here on the Blitz.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz.
Wow.
Song you dong.
Dalton Schultz next Thursday.
So we're going to ask him why was CJ so damn bad?
Pretty much.
Maybe. All right. Well, Dalton Schultz next. Just another indication of what's happening on Radio Row. There will be a lot of those types of interviews. So
Ryan Flournoy next Wednesday. Darren Woodson next Wednesday as well.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Super Bowl's coming up, a couple of weeks. It won't be long. We're talking about it. We return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me brag a little bit, though, about my Kinetico Quality Water Softener. I love this thing. Absolutely love this thing. It is a game changer for me because, look, I've been in other houses that have had water softeners, but I've never had one that works the way a Kinetico works. It's hard to describe until you experience it, whether it's the shower, whether it's your clothes out of the washing machine, your dishes out of the dishwasher. All of those things are just so much cleaner. It is amazing that the Kinetico Quality Water Softener is head and shoulders better than anything else I have ever had. All their products are made right here in the United States. They're up to 80% more efficient than competing models, and I love the fact that it doesn't run on electricity. Runs on that kinetic energy, and I'm not sure how that works, but all I know is I don't have to plug it in. There's no drain on my electric bill. All of those things are fantastic things. And they still have a heck of a deal going on right now that you need to take advantage of. You can get a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they're going to install right there at your kitchen sink. What does that mean for you? It means bottled water, basically, right there at your kitchen sink without the bottle. All you do is turn on the tap, and you've got clean, pure water coming out of there. They're also going to give you some free money, 0% interest for 12 months. Incredible deal. Don't let this deal pass you by. Give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, it's officially basketball season. We'll check in on the NBA and a huge slate in college hoops.
College hoops is huge, but the Spurs headed toward a rough week. Got the Rockets on the Hornets. We'll get ready for that. All of your Super Bowl talk, and well, there's also other stuff going on. We'll keep you informed. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
If your dog goes wild at the doorbell, it's time for a new game plan. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits is coaching up new pups and current MVPs with professional training sessions. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298. Call them today.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
So I'm watching our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and if this is a thing, I'm happy about it. But I sing the Connecticut jingle out. Well, apparently AJ's not allowed to sing on the air anymore, and I think that's a good thing for all of us. But I guess Rudolph is a little upset by that. I don't know, but I only sing the Connecticut jingle. I don't sing other stuff.
So AJ was told he can't sing anymore by Dax or higher ups?
I'm assuming it was Dax, but I just know higher ups.
Well, I've heard AJ sing. Attempt to.
Uh-huh.
I know it's an attempt at funny, but what's worse is if you're watching on YouTube and you don't hear the music and you just hear us singing. Without the benefit of whatever the song is.
Right.
So I applaud that decision.
Yeah, that was a very wise decision by whomever made it.
I mean, we got great management here.
Yeah, we really do. That knows true talent, and the ones that aren't. I didn't realize that. Thanks, Rudolph, for sharing that. I kind of made my day. In fact, oh my goodness. No, sorry, AJ. It works that way. I'm looking forward to this Super Bowl. I really am. I think the game itself is going to be spectacular. You got a tweet today, which I find fascinating. Or we did, I guess. Somebody's already put $1 million plus on New England to win outright.
Yeah. Jacob Eric tweeted us earlier, retweeting somebody that according to Ben Fox, who works at Yahoo, the betting analyst there, first reported 7-figure wager for the Super Bowl has come in at Circa Las Vegas. $1.1 million on New England money line at plus 188.
Now, if that's either Robert Kraft or somebody who thinks they know, that they know something, or have a lot of faith in the New England Patriots, because nobody else on the planet is going to give New England a chance to win this football game. I've already heard it. It's like it's a cakewalk. The real Super Bowl was played yesterday in Seattle, and the Patriots have no shot.
Now, I was at Circa Las Vegas yesterday. I can assure you that was not me. Although when you think about Patriot fans, like Portnoy would make a bet like that. I could see him doing something along those lines.
Well, I get it, but even if you're a
Although
fan,
he would have already posted about it.
Even if you're a fan, though, Jason, I mean, when it comes to money, and especially that amount of money, you got to kind of have some – you can't just – it can't be emotional for you. I mean, it really can't be. Now, if you're gambling, you take the line because it is 5 right now, so the Patriots would be plus 5 at this moment in time. But he's taking them to win the game outright. I mean, there's got to be some kind of intelligence there and not just all heart.
What did I see earlier, and if I'm wrong on this number, I apologize, but the Patriots' first Super Bowl win, weren't they 14-point dogs to the Rams and beat them?
They were.
And outright.
That was the St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you look at and you think about nobody is going to give New England a chance that isn't a Patriots fan. And quite honestly, I mean, at first look, and we get 2 weeks to talk about this.
Yeah.
And I know when we're in San Francisco next week, and we're talking to different athletes, and what does New England have to do to win this game? When you look at the Rams and as high scoring as they have been, especially in the postseason, and how low scoring the Patriots have been. I mean, I know they scored 28 against Houston, but they won 16-3 and 10-7. I don't know that the New England Patriots have the offense that can keep up with Seattle, especially the way Seattle has been playing in this postseason.
No, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch. And again, we'll talk about it, but I think New England probably would try to shorten the game. That's what I would do if I were them. Try to establish the run if you can, and shorten the game a little bit and have it a lower scoring game. But you're right. Look, the way Sam Darnold's playing, Smith and Jigba, this guy is fantastic, and he's uncoverable. We saw that yesterday with the Rams, who have a decent defense, although I think their defense was a little bit suspect in the playoffs. But, I mean, wouldn't you let anybody else beat you but that guy?
Well, yeah, but again, though, I also look at there's obviously a lot of respect being paid to the Patriots defense, which I think is well earned.
Yeah.
Because while the line is about 5 now, the look-ahead line was 3.5. But the total is at 46, and that is the lowest total since Super Bowl 50. 10 years ago, when it was the Broncos and the Panthers, that line was 43. So with the line being where it is, they're not expecting a whole lot of scoring in this game, and they're not expecting it to be a blowout. Because you look at Seattle, they've won 41-6 and 31-27 in their 2 playoff games. So I'm trying to figure out what is Vegas thinking this game is going to be if they've got the line at around 5. Again, look-ahead line was 3.5. But with that total at 46, they're not expecting a high-scoring game, which I find surprising, seeing what Seattle has been doing in the postseason.
Well, and again, but I think the Patriots' defense is underrated. I really believe that. I think it's underrated. I think they're a pretty good defense, and so is that where they're going with this? I'm not sure. Obviously, Seattle's got a pretty good defense, and if I'm the Patriots, I'm watching the tape of yesterday and then the other 2 games that Seattle's played against the Rams, and what did the Rams do to move the football the way that they did? I mean, that's what I'm studying. If you're Mike Vrabel, I'm getting all of that tape just to see. Now, I don't know if you've got the personnel to do that, but I'm certainly looking at it, see if I can learn anything.
Well, that's exactly what you're doing. Speaking of Vrabel, one of the Super Bowl prop bets that are already available on Bet Online.
Yeah.
Will the Patriots linebacker catch a TD pass, which is a nod to Mike Vrabel?
Well, I hope the odds are pretty big on that.
Yes is plus 700. No is minus 2,000. What about this? Will the Seahawks attempt a pass from the opponent's 1-yard line?
No. I think they learned their lesson.
No is minus 600. Yes is plus 350.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson there, Pete Carroll. Only had the one of the best running backs ever in Marshawn Lynch, and you don't hand the ball to him. You throw the pass. I will never forget that. Unbelievable. I thought the Patriots were going to lose that Super Bowl.
Yep.
And Pete Carroll he did the Patriots a favor.
Yeah. Super Bowl MVP Sam Darnold is the favorite. Drake May is 2.
Yep.
JSN is 3rd. Kenneth Walker 4th.
Kenneth Walker played well yesterday.
Yep.
He really did. He played really well. And of course, they don't have their other running back, but Walker was fantastic. He really was. Very good.
Which Bay Area landmark will be shown first? The Golden Gate Bridge or Alcatraz Island?
Golden Gate Bridge. I'd bet on that one.
Huh?
I'd bet on that one.
Yeah, plus 100? Or Golden Gate Bridge is minus 500. Alcatraz Island is plus 300.
Yeah, you want to win money, right? So
yep.
I wouldn't bet on that, but
will there be a streaker? Yes is plus 300.
It is San Francisco. I don't know. A lot of crazy things can happen in San Francisco, that's for sure.
Yep.
Those are interesting prop bets, and I like that, especially with the Super Bowl, because there will be some crazy ones. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt about it.
Yeah, all next week, our AA Best Bail Bonds big game coverage from the Bay Area.
The Bay Area. All right.
The Moscone Center.
The Moscone Center?
Moscone?
Yeah.
It's the name of their convention center.
Moscone?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Cowboys have requested and have now interviewed Steelers linebackers coach Denzel Martin for the same role on their staff. Kind of interesting. Martin's been in Pittsburgh since 2016. And again, he's the one that's been working with that T.J. Watt guy. So it'll be interesting. Now that Mike McCarthy's the head coach there, how many on that Steelers staff will stay, is the Cowboys are trying to figure out their staff. But one of the things that they did do, which is comical, is they blocked Philadelphia from interviewing Klayton Adams for their offensive coordinator job.
You know, I feel bad for Adams, but I mean, if you're the Cowboys, why would you do that? But if this, I don't know if this guy wanted the job or if he didn't, but I think it's a good move by the Cowboys. They want to keep this guy, obviously. Shoddy likes him, and so they didn't want to let him get away.
Well, and what I'm curious of with Klayton Adams, because that could really piss off a guy that you're keeping me from advancing my career.
True.
He's a non-play calling offensive coordinator. You know, we were talking about that before the show with the rules are if it's a lateral move, a team can prevent you from having that interview. But is this truly a lateral move if you're an offensive coordinator that doesn't call plays, interviewing for a job where the OC will be required to call plays? That feels like that would be a promotion. I mean, in a lot of ways, remember Eric Bieniemy wasn't a play caller as the OC in Kansas City and had to go somewhere else to learn that he wasn't good at that. Now he's back as the non-play calling OC in Kansas City. So it almost feels like if Klayton Adams wants to be a play caller, this would piss you off, wouldn't it?
It would piss you off. Yeah, it would. And you have to believe, I would think, that that's where you'd want to go. That's up the ladder. Unfortunately, the way the rules are, offensive coordinator is his title, and offensive coordinator is what he wanted to be interviewed for, or Philadelphia wanted him to be interviewed for. So just on paper, it is a lateral move. I just saw another guy remove his name from the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia. I don't know what's going on in Philadelphia or why they are having such a hard time filling that position, but they certainly are.
You know, because excuse me, because everything is so public. Like if you're up for a job that you know you're not going to get, is it easier to say I've withdrawn as opposed to damn it, I didn't get it?
That could be.
But the fact that everybody knows who's interviewing for all these jobs, somebody's going to get it, but man, it feels like the narrative about working for the Eagles, whether that's Coach Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, or both, but that seems like, why is that an unattractive job? I mean, Sirianni, say what you want about him, dude's taken in a short amount of time. He's always in the playoffs. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. You know, Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl. He's been in another one. Why is that an unattractive job? And it's certainly looking like it's just like the worst place to, I mean, I don't know what's worse, the OC in Philly or the head coach in Cleveland, but both seem like jobs you don't want. There's 32 head coaching jobs, 32 offensive coordinator jobs. You get a chance to be one, you go.
This guy's name is Declan Doyle, and he's the Ravens OC right now. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. The Bears OC. So he's a non-play calling OC right now with the Chicago Bears. He's removed his name from the Eagles OC consideration, but the Ravens are interested in talking with him.
It'll be interesting if he takes that job. Now, I could see, all right, I feel like I've got some unfinished business with the Bears, and I'd rather work with Caleb Williams than, and maybe there's a better job to be there. But also you look at the turnover on the Philadelphia staff, and that has to factor in, too. That was one of the concerns about the Cowboys is they've had a lot of turnover at D.C., but I think you could look at that and say, well, you went with an old guy in Zimmer. That didn't work out.
Right.
And same with Eberflus. The last guy that had the job that had success is now a head coach. And the guy that has the job now, Christian Parker, needs to rent in Dallas and not buy a home because he's one of those rising star guys that, you know, in a couple, 3 years is likely to become a head coach. And if that happens, that means he did a hell of a job of turning around that Cowboys defense.
Well, absolutely. And I would think that's what everybody wants to do. I mean, it's a promotion for him. And if he does turn that around, yes, he'll be a head coach somewhere. That's the way that it works in the NFL. And so, I wish him all the best. What I love about him is that Jerry went a completely different way. That's nice. And this young guy is what, 34 years old?
Yep.
So he's going to relate to the players. And obviously Brian Schottenheimer likes him. I'm willing to give this guy a shot. I think, and I hope Jerry is as well, because I'm not sure that this is something that he can turn around in one season. It may take a couple to completely turn it around and get it to where he wants it to be. So I hope Jerry and company are just as patient with this guy as I think they need to be. I'm not saying the defense won't be better this year. I think it will. It can't be much worse. But I think it may take a year or two to get this thing where they want it to be.
Yep. And Kevontae Turpin has now been added to the Pro Bowl roster. So your Cowboy Pro Bowlers this season are Brandon Aubrey, Jake Ferguson, George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Tyler Smith, Quinnen Williams, and now Kevontae Turpin.
Well, good for Turpin. He's going to be going up against Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm. Shedeur Sanders has also been added to the Pro Bowl roster by process of elimination on the AFC side. Sean Merriman, who's been on this show a bunch and will be next week in San Francisco, tweeted out, "I have a Pro Bowl helmet that I walk by almost every day. It is signed by some of the best players in the history of the NFL, legends, Hall of Famers, and real GOATs. The Pro Bowl used to be a badge of honor and respected. Things have changed."
Things have changed.
He tweeted that out shortly after Shedeur Sanders was named.
Shedeur Sanders has no business being in the Pro Bowl.
None.
I'm sorry, no business whatsoever.
I think he's a bum.
It's a joke, but it is what it is. By the way, Paul Garcia tweeting out here, the Spurs guards Stefan Castle and Dylan Harper both have been selected for the Rising Stars game. So both of those guys will play in the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. So congratulations to those two for getting that done. And Castle played last year, so he'll be a sophomore this year.
But again, I mean, it's such a great sign for the Spurs. You got Wemby as an all-star starter. It'll be interesting to see if somebody like a De'Aaron Fox is able to make the team as a reserve. But it is nice that we're back where the Spurs matter, and they get to do things like this.
A lot of the draft picks, the rookies are Dylan Harper, of course, and you got V.J. Edgecombe with the 76ers. You got Cooper Flaggs in there. Derek Queen is there. Con Knuppel is there as well, along with some others. But that's who Dylan Harper will be playing with against Steph Castle and the rest of the sophomores there. So congrats to those guys. That's good. And I like to see that.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Pledges, you got a show tonight? Absolutely. Extra Innings with James Pledger coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning on the Morning Huddle. AJ and Rob, they're going to get you started at 6 a.m. bright and early. It's going to be cold. Put on a blanket for sure when you listen to those guys. And Minix and I, we're live at McIntyre's, the North Star location, tomorrow with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Make plans to come see us. We'll start at 2.